broadcast. Okay, we should be broadcasting.
Whoa. To the whole world?
Yeah, we should be broadcasting live. All right, now let me get to work here. Let's see. Let me get the chat up so I can see it. I can't get to work. Where's my chat at? I dropped him over here.
It's like behind the screen.
What?
That's what I thought.
Oh, he's up there.
Okay.
Take him off. Okay. This thing's just stupid. Live chat. I gotta sign in. Get my chat going. And we're running live, even though I'm still trying to figure out how. Haven't logged into this stupid thing.
We're just waiting for everybody to get in. That's what we're
Sure, we're waiting for everybody to get in, according to Matt. Where's my Google account? Yeah. Just because. We're almost ready to go. Doing a little speech. Our little topic. I haven't done live in about 400 years. Let's see. Paste. We'll be in the chat in a minute. That's not the wrong one. I thought I grabbed my password. We'll be with you in just a second. Where's the frick is it doing over here, Matthew? That's not even my old. That's my old shit. I'll just grab it off of something else. All right, run along. We're going to be going over some pretty cool stuff. He ain't been good. Brother, not me. All right, I don't care. Can you pull up the? Maybe I'll probably just go straight to my site. Let me go here. Maybe you can pull up the live. That way I don't have to.
Yeah, I'll try to get there before you. There you are. 30's in. Cool.
Okay, 3's in. Who's in? Hey.
Hey, Chloe.
Chloe.
Hi there, Chloe. It's good to see you.
Hey, Chloe. We you probably saw that video we put out yesterday with you and Matt. This is a whole different topic, but that's that information you and Matt pulled out. That's some crazy stuff. We're trying to figure out how to. We're getting ready to go over the Fountain Youth. You're going to like this. We've been studying this Fountain Youth stuff forever. Underneath Lost Sea, where we took you, and we decomposed a bunch of information. Is that what we want to say? So check this out, Chloe. So right now it's Chloe and the Octopus. Hey, Octopus with no friends.
Yeah.
Good. Hey, buddy. All right.
And also MRSNW.
All right. Cool. MRSNW.
Yeah.
All right. We're trying to follow the chat here. Okay. So check us out, guys. We're going to shoot this as a video, but I'm like, crap on it. I'm just going to go live with it. We're going to be talking about the Fountain of Youth. Took Chloe there. Chloe's in the chat, guys. She's from Australia. Whimsical Wednesday. Make sure you sub to her. But anyway, here's how it started rolling again. I mean, we're fascinated in this topic. Wanted to talk about this topic. It's just not hitting the main rounds, and but Jenny and Sean Bond had got together, and they had went over the, and she brought it up. And then when she brought up, Matthew's little brain went back to work. And so let me roll that little clip that she puts out. She goes, it's 1:15 a.m. there.
Oh, wow. 8 now.
1 o'clock in the morning.
1 in the morning. Oh, jeez.
Okay, so let me play that video there. Let's see. It's not that one there. I've got to cut me off for a second. All right. So this is them. Now let me see if it'll play, and we'll check the audio. Wendy cap. All right. Hope this will work.
What if I told you I knew where the Fountain of Youth was?
I believe you. I've tuned into multiple of the youth currents that come up in searches, and I've had to move.
Desktop audio. Hold on. Let me turn this.
Yes.
Still not getting it. Hold on 1 second.
Like Jen, it's in the waters above, untouched, in a cat. So to get there, you have to go.
Okay, so she's explaining the route to get to it, which we knew about this, but we've been waiting for someone to bring it up and talk about it. And I'm still trying to figure out how to get this up. That's us. Let's see, Windows. What's the matter?
Okay, it
Hmm?
wasn't.
You couldn't hear it.
No.
That's why I stopped, because
You can
I'm
hear it on the speaker, but yeah.
yeah, I've got to figure out how to get it through. You got desktop audio. That should be running. This is our mic. That's USB mic. USB mic. Jab mic. That's we're not even running that one. See, I don't know why the desktop audio.
Marge is in. Hey, Marge.
Hey, Marge. We're trying to do a topic here. If I can figure out how to run a computer. Not me. Turn that one off. Turn this one off. Turn this one off. Now, where did that screen go? Okay, now that screen's gone away. I know we're still here. Audio is, anyway.
Yeah.
Let's see. Matthew, I can't get it to go. I don't know why it's doing that. I'm going to remove that one. Sorry, guys. Windows capture. Throw that in the trash can. Bring in another one. Windows capture. Hit OK. Where the frick is the friggin' at? Ah! Why ain't it working, Matthew? It's not letting me select the window to capture. Well, how am I supposed to select it if it won't let me select it? Okay, maybe I'll just go browser. I don't know. Let me try to connect the browser here. We were organized. We actually had this together. That ain't going to work. Well, how in the world am I going to play that part, Matthew? Shoot. Okay, I guess we'll just play the audio up against the speaker. So I'm going to do that. I can't show it to you, but we'll do that. All right, let's start off with this part here. All right, let me get my head straight here. We'll put us more in the screen just for the fun of it. Okay, we're in the screen now. Okay, I'm getting ready to... Yeah, sorry.
Go in a clear water, okay?
Okay,
And
let me back
this
up.
water
Starts
above-
right here.
So, what if I told you I knew where the Fountain of Youth was?
I believe you. I've tuned into multiple of the youth currents that come up from the surface.
So-
Some that I've had to move because dark energy passes.
Yes. So when I do Humble Healing 3, when they showed me the Fountain of Youth, they said the water's below and the water's above. And they're like, Jen, it's in the waters above, untouched in a cat. And so to get there, you have to go in a clear water, okay? And this water above has memory. It's like when you dive into it, you can remember the memory. You know what I'm saying? Like it's familiar to you. Then you go under water into a cavern, like a mountain upside down. Then you get into this dry cavern, untouched by man. So a lot of these natural rock substance and all that stuff has been preserved. And in these caverns, there's certain areas where you can put the soul and filter it through, and you could feel it through you as you're going through it. But the one thing is there's a tree has its own water, and the water is an emerald green, the nutrients. So the bark is a nutrient that is enriched, and then it's around water.
Okay, I'm going to pause right there. You can listen to the rest of it. It's fascinating talk. It talks about the tree. It talks about a lot of stuff. And so what we started doing was we had realized a few things. The Lost Sea, of course, is the lake with the water above. And so we started trying to find this. We're still trying to find the access to get down to the water, the lower spots. I have this organized. All right, front views. Okay, first we're going to start off I've got it starting off here is, what's that say?
Lost Sea,
Let's see.
and
Sweetwater. Okay.
water. Yeah.
Yeah, see, Sweetwater's is what provides the water to. Well, Sweetwater's a town next to Lost Sea, and Sweetwater comes from the Indian names, which means sweet. It's sweet water.
Yeah. Lots
And,
of water and sweet.
And so, as we were doing our investigating, trying to figure out the access to get underneath it, which we're going to break this down. First, I want to talk about where we think the entrance is to get down to that area. And so, what we found out was several things that kind of proved this to us. Where's your video again? I'm just going to do the camera pointing just because this whole thing. Okay, so this is Sweetwater, Tennessee. And it's about, 3 or 4 miles away from Lost Sea.
Yes.
Now, if you can see right here where it says Cannon Spring, notice how they've got a building over the top of it. This is in Sweetwater. Okay, I'll zoom in just a little bit. Now, we have looked at this from the road view and everything else, and this actually has a little round circle around it. They have a roof on top of it. Supposedly, this is what they're providing Sweetwater their water with. I don't believe it. I have a spring house, and I have electricity run to it, and I know how much water I can pump. And what they have over top of this is got one small wire that runs into it. It's me and Matt's reviewed it, and we're like, there's something else going on here. But anyway, that's not the point. Couple points. One, they put a building in. This is a city garage over the top of this spring. This spring is what fills this, and this is the one. This is the access, I believe. Now, what we had done, we were talking to Scott, the Bigfoot, and he was talking about when he was little, his father. See, they have to come into a city to get access to this place. So he comes into, you have to. Oops, I'm going way out. But he comes into Sweetwater. And he has to come up this creek. And then when you swim up the creek, he swims up to either way. So he's got to come in. His father that used to bring him through the creek, and they would swim up the creek, and they'd be on their father's back. Because you got to sneak into this town. I mean, they don't know where it's at, but we're starting to put 2 and 2 together. And then when you get up to this point here, to get access, you've got to go up into it. That's probably why they got the city garage over it. It's kind of like trying to protect anybody from getting access back into. This will take you over to Lost Sea.
Underneath it.
Underneath Lost Sea. Okay, so then, so this is just one thing we wanted to point out, and there was something else that his dad said about that. Oh yes, Scott's dad saw a gnome.
Yeah.
Yeah, back when Scott, I guess back when Scott's dad, when he found this place, he followed a gnome that went through the water. Okay, now in her conversation, she was talking about above the water, below the water.
Yeah.
All right, and then that's when we got into understanding something else. See, this is a wine. What do you call it?
Bubbler.
A wine bubbler. Now, what it does is underground, and we know caves like this. We know you go into a cave, and see, this has got a water system. And this bubbler, this is used for wine. The air has to bubble through this water, and it keeps this wine pure. That's how you make wine. We make wine. We have 7 5-gallon buckets running 24/7 all the time. So we know how to make pure wine. And so when it talks about under the water, above, below, water above, water below.
Water above, water below.
Yeah.
Right.
And so what they're talking about is all these. If you go into a cave and you see a lake, and you swim down into that lake and go down and come back up into another room, I don't recommend you breathe that air. First of all, it could be pure air, because see, it's been inside of a bubbler. And so that was one thing that we realized, and was like, that's so cool. Because, we do know where caves is, where they've got pure water, but we've never dove to see. And, we talked about this morning, we would have to take test tubes in there, take our own breathing supply, and then you could bring back a test tube of air and have it tested in a lab. Bring back a test tube of algae and have it tested in a lab. So that's that's exciting just to understand when they talk about waters above and waters below. You know, what's that camera flashing then? You guys see that up in purple light? And it's not even on. Little, yeah, right, computer crap. Yeah, that my RFA is catching that light. It's not even supposed to be on. Okay, so anyway, there's the bubbler part. That explains when they talk about water above, water below. Underneath, there are so many places that you could go into a cave, and if you found water, and if you, and that's what Scott does. Scott has to do it. His dad has to do it, and that's what's blowing us away. Because even they're confirming what we're saying. Because Scott's like they have to go through, right? He has to go through. He had to go through the water, and the Rangers. Let's get excited about that. The Rangers. Yeah. That's what happened to them. They went down, but they dropped their rope, so they're screwed. They went down into the waters. And they came up into that pure room.
And breathed.
And they breathed, and they were under a mission to keep going and to keep.
They was getting tired. Then they got underneath there, and once they got underneath there, not underneath, but onto the other side, they breathed in that air, and that refreshed them. And now they're like energized and ready to go explore some more. And that was a bad mistake because now they are stuck in there because they got into the purity of that air, and now their body's getting soft because of the pureness of it. It just
okay. Well, you're going to run off into that, but yeah, that's the thing is oxygen, pure oxygen. You can't breathe pure oxygen because we're not pure, right? It screw you up, and that's the thing is about some of these fountains of youth is basically I'm sure there's plenty of pure holes underground that have been separated with a bubbler. Water's above, water below.
The waters are separated.
Right. That's what makes it pure.
The two waters doesn't mix.
But that doesn't make you can go in and breathe it. You'd have to test any room you come to. You'd have to test and have your own source because and that's another thing is the Rangers they went down through the water, and they came back up. Scott's dad he followed a gnome. And that's how he found this place, the one under Lost Sea. And then that's how Scott does it. And they can only go in for like maybe not even a complete day because once you've been restored, you'll be, and it's the same thing. If I go to the lake down here, if we go to the lake, we come out, our hair is soft, our skin is soft, we're super relaxed because we just got super nutrified. We just got super healed. Mineralized.
It's like putting conditioner on your hair. You're all oily and such. It all just makes... It just goes into your pores, right? So now you're softer.
We'll pull up chat here in a minute. So if anybody has any questions, just hold them because we haven't got chat up. I'm gonna go over these points and then I'll bring chat up so I can see everybody because it's real hard trying to balance all this crap.
Going back and forth, yeah.
Okay, so anyway, the water bubbler. The point about water above, water below, fountains of use. I'd say they're all over. I was thinking there's only a couple. But now I realize I know where there are caves where there's super clear, clean water that I know that if I went down, there's a potential that if I dove, I could find these other pure rooms, which you would find different material, different capabilities per room. All right, so let me move forward to all right, Bigfoot's got okay, saw the gnome. And then that says cat stay. Oh, and the Rangers, of course. And like I said, the Rangers, they are getting back together. They had separated for a long time.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're going to get back. They'd have to die. You almost have to die to come in and die to go out of these places, And so the Rangers, they're getting back together. Whether they're going to get back, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to make it. I don't understand what is happening to their bodies because it kind of reminds me of the German scientist experiments that they did to these some type of soldiers that they had. They're trying to create super soldiers, and they put them in a concrete sealed area, and they filled it up with gas, and these people started to pull off their skins and such like that because the gas is doing stuff to them where they can't breathe. They breathe through their skin. So I wonder if it's just what type of place that they're in. Are they in a place like that, or are they in a place where it's like pure air, but it's just so pure that it makes them so soft, so it's easy to get scratched and such. So there's a lot of interesting things going on with that.
Okay, I got the chat up. Good morning. Good morning. We got Raymond.
Raymond.
We got Julia.
Julia.
MRSN 5. Julia Anchorhaven.
Julie.
Third Eye. Hey, let me,
Marge.
Marge, let me give
Oh,
you.
she's not-
How did you not get your wrench? You keep losing your wrench.
They got it.
Let's see. There's Marge. Wonderful person. All right, Marge added your thing back up. We got our octopus with no friends. So cool. And Chloe's up at 1 o'clock in the morning. Now Chloe was one. She came from Australia. Whimsical Wednesday, guys. If you haven't subbed to her, right click on her and go to her channel and sub. Hey, but where man? Hey, buddy.
Word.
We're just going. We're going over some Fountain of Youth stuff. It's pretty cool. We're just now finally looking around the chat a little bit. Raymond's my Bigfoot buddy. He's got some great information. Of course, Anchorhaven. You guys need to click on her and sub to her. She's putting out all kinds of great stuff. Great interviewer, great personality, brings out great stories, just content all the time. So definitely hook up with her. But with Chloe, now we put out a video. I'm gonna flash back till yesterday when we put out the video about the crafts coming to Earth. Now, I had come across a video where Matt had talked about that, and he had a reading with Jim Morrison. And so if you haven't seen that video, go look at that. That came out yesterday. And so you and Jim Morrison talk about the Blue Bus and all that cool stuff, and we forgot about it. And then recently I heard someone talking about crafts coming. And I'm like, who was that? So I had to go dig through my stuff, and come to find out it was Chloe. I was like, dadgummit, it was her. So I put that video together yesterday, which consists of, we'll tell you who the Rangers are in just a second, but who consists of, what was I saying? I lost my thought.
What Chloe was talking about.
Oh, yeah.
She pulled that last card, and it was.
Yeah. Well, Chloe had. What happened was Matt did that reading with Jim Morrison exactly 666 days to the day that Chloe did her reading, and the exact same topic. Ships are coming in, and another correlation I thought was really cool, and I waited to the very end of Chloe's video. At the very end, she goes, "Let me pull one more card." Boom. The Blue Avians. And I was like, yes, because that's what Jim Morrison was talking about, the Blue Avians. And the thing is I think most of you know that Corey and David Wilcox, that was a psyops to make the blue aliens like they're not real, because they did set up like a CIA psyop stage and had Corey and David both involved in that, which once that program, if you guys remember back when Corey and David fell from their high, was because that their Blue Avians didn't wash out because it was a psyop against the Blue Avians. Mm-hmm. And so a lot of people don't even get those two put together yet.
Because they might be dealing with the Greys and the reptilians instead of, because I think the Greys or something like that can shapeshift or create, or souls reptilians. So there's stuff like that going on. Why they probably were having issues.
Yeah, they were. Well, that's how
with
it
the
is.
government psyops and such. Yeah.
Well, it's always psyops against anything that's trying to help humanity. But MRSNWF5 wants to know who the Rangers. The Rangers are. There was two groups of Rangers that the military went in 30-something years ago. Hey, Amy.
Hey.
And 30-something years ago, they went down as a military operation. There was two groups of. Do you remember? 10 or 15.
Yeah, yeah.
Not that important. Not that important.
No,
But anyway,
it's
there was
not that
like
important. I
10 or
don't remember
15 per group, and they went down, and they went through the waters to the bubbler, and they came up into that pure area, and they felt great. Now the guy that took the string, there's a guy the first one that took the rope, when he swam down, he went up. Now when he pulls rope, boom, boom, that means come on, and so they all came and followed him because he felt great. Once he got in that room, started breathing that pure oxygen, You know, he felt great.
It opens up, everything's cleared,
It's
and
all
he feels
clear.
good.
Yeah, that's what, you know, we've been caving for many years, and you always have a scout that go forward, and once they get so far in advance, they'll yell back at the rest of the guys, "Come on!" or "It's in. This is the end of it." Because every cave is scouted that way. I've been scouting caves for years, and you take turns scouting to see. So we can cover a cave. You know, you have a offshoot to the right. Someone goes down it, and if it keeps going, then we always offshoot to the right, offshoot to the right, offshoot to the right, offshoot to the right, till you eventually say, okay, that's the end of that right turn, and then we'll come back, and then we'll route the next one, then we'll route the next one, we'll route the next one. That way, when you do a cave, you'll never leave any routes unrouted. Because when I do a cave, I can tell you exactly if it's been completely covered, because that's how we do it. And in that case, that guy had pulled the rope, and yank, they all came. Like I said, there was 10 or 15 of them, whatever, and they went on. But the thing is someone dropped the rope. Now, when it came back up through the bubbler, you know, the bubbler I was showing you earlier, when it came back up through the bubbler, they dropped it. And so they don't have their rope to get back. Mm-hmm. And so, you know, they've been down there 30-something years, but they won't die because they're in that place where it's pure. They won't die. They can't die. You can keep dying, but you'll keep regenerating. And see, that's what the government does is they're studying Bigfoots to figure out how do they regenerate, you know.
They go to those underground areas.
Yeah, they go there and
they go to those places where they can get healed. You know, the great-great-grandfather of their Bigfoots found that hole, and it healed them fast. So that's what they do. They found it, heal themselves, and move on. That's pretty much the concept of the woods, right? Mm-hmm. But yeah.
Okay. All right. Anybody got any questions? Good to see you, Buttwormy.
Yeah, buddy.
Good to see you, Raven.
Raven's awesome.
But yeah, we just get going this morning. I had our coffee,
Amen.
and I'm getting ready to shoot. We're getting ready to go. Matt and Tina just went out and fed the chickens, and we're just running around trying to get going on this. I don't even know what day it is. What day is it? Sunday. Sunday morning.
Yeah, the 19th of July.
19th of July, Sunday morning. But yeah, we're kind of excited about this whole fountain use because, like I said, Jenny's opened it back up again.
Hey, Sunflower Ball, she's not.
Hey, Sunflower,
blueprint.
she ain't got a wrench.
Get a wrench on that.
She's not got a wrench yet. Hey, Sunflower. Let's see. No questions for me, Woody says. Wormy.
Yeah. All right. Well.
Hey, Sunflower, I just gave you a wrench. You can sub to anybody. It's easy. Right-click on anybody's name. I think you right-click or just click on them. And then time them out. No, I'm just kidding. Don't be doing all that. Right-click. Let's see. Then you can go to channel. You see someone's name, you click on it, and you can go to a channel, and then you can subscribe to them. Mm-hmm. And so that's why everybody's got a wrench, so you can sub to people. But, geez, man, that was kind of the topic. Any more on that? I thought there was a lot. We sat here this morning and we talked about laboratories, we talked about test tubes, and we talked about, so we're starting to figure out what above, when, you know, a lot of times you hear above when the water's above and the water's below, you know, and all that kind of stuff. You're talking a bubbler, really. It's scientific lab, as far as I'm concerned.
It's a division between the two, that's for sure. When you have talking about dividing the waters, that sounds just like a bubbler. I wonder if we're in the type of ecosystem like that too, or the waters are above, the sky's got water above us, you know, that theory going around, you know, maybe. I just don't know where to, I'm like, that was quicker than I thought. There was more on the plate.
Well, I mean, that's a lot right there.
That's a lot on the plate, though.
I did leave a note with Jenny. And see, they take their Bigfoots to that place when they're, 3 weeks old to break them of fear. So, I mean, they take it, and it's also, it's their vacation spot. But even the Bigfoots only go in for not even a day because you got to get out. You can't, anything too much good is bad for you, like oxygen. You can't have pure oxygen. You know, it will pure oxygen will, you put pure oxygen on steel, you get rust. you put pure oxygen on a human, you'll get rust because you're full of iron and everything else. You can't have pure oxygen. And that was the thing. Same thing as like if you do like LSD, which is made in a laboratory, and they put that pure drop on something and you put it in your mouth. You're taking that purity, which is pure in your mind and your body. You can't keep doing it because you're already pure. If you continue to do it, now you go from pure to corrupted.
Well, you go from pure. Well, the more you take the LSD trip, like these people going to the Rangers that we're talking about, going to this Fountain of Youth. What's happening is you get softer, so your actions into this world get softer. So now you're weakening yourself to the more purest form. The most purest form is an embryo. The most purest form is a baby, right? So you could drop yourself all the way down to that direction, maybe. But it's microdosing. Take a little bit, and then it's like walking up to the top of a mountain. You got the soft side of you with the strong side of you with every step. The soft side is trying not to get hurt, and the hard side is the part of if you do trip and you're able to withstand it and be able to take the next step going up the hill. So it's interesting.
Hello, Karen Hanson. I just seen you come in the chat room. We were just we had gone over Fountain of Youth concept stuff. We kind of believe we know where the Fountain of Youth here is in Tennessee, and talking to Scott and them, you would have to swim up to get into that, and to cross under that water to go there. I don't know in my lifetime if I'll ever make it to the Fountain of Youth that I know of, but I do know some other caves that I would have to dive, take test tubes, take my own breathing apparatus, because there's no way you're going to breathe when you come up into a pure hole. You just can't. Well, you can, but you might not live.
Because who knows what type of airways is going on in there, what chemicals and what structures you have going on in there. Right.
Okay. Well put. Hey, we got
Randy Wood.
Randy Wood. Hey, buddy.
I gotta
Let
get
me,
you blue wrenched. Or wrenched.
Get you a wrench so you can sub to everybody. Alrighty.
Heck yeah. Makes it a whole lot easier for everybody.
Yeah, it makes it easier. You can check out the people's channels out. You can, So I figured out how to do it. There we go.
Cool.
Add as a moderator, standard. Save.
Cool deal.
All right, cool.
Oh, Karen, you already got her?
Yeah,
You
I got.
Oh, okay.
I got Karen. Yeah.
Carol. Yeah, Hanson.
All right, cool.
All right. Good morning,
All
guys.
right.
Good morning, Randy.
Good morning, guys. Hey, good morning, Lori.
Hey, Lori Ladd.
Hey, Lori Ladd.
Good to see you.
Now, Lori Ladd, she's had some fun interviews. She's had some fun experiences. I think she sped up to speak with Gary on SNX. Pops.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I don't know if it's tonight, tomorrow night, but looking forward to hear her current experiences.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, Lori, we were just, I guess we're kind of coming to an end. We were excited because we got talking about the Fountain of Youth and talking about Waters Above and Beyond and how the like your wine bubblers, how that works, and how there's
The waters are divided,
Yeah.
with the bubbler. Then you have the wine, the pure form that you wanted down here. The waters are divided.
yeah.
Yeah. And Bigfoot. Whenever they do a full week of trying to get down, getting in and out. So it's like once they get all the way down there, because it takes like 2 days or something like that to get down there, then they rest in front of the bubbler, and then they go inside for 1 day. They rest 1 day inside in front of the bubbler.
Okay,
Before they go through the water, they rest because they did the whole journey already. So now they rest, and then they go through the bubbler the next day, and then they spend about a half day there, or maybe shorter, depending, and then they come back through, and then they rest for a full day after that, and then it takes them about 2 or 3 days to get out again, and that's about a full week.
Right, right, and that's their vacation.
That's their vacation.
But
and
it's-
to heal themselves.
They heal
And a
themselves,
lot of
and
other
I mean
things,
they can regenerate their body parts and everything, which is great. You know, humans should have the same program. We go down, line all up, sit in this room, get ready
You
to
gotta
go
be-
under, hold your breath, go under, go into the other room. You know, have a guide tell you, okay, it's time to come on out. You'll be regenerated, be made new. I mean, this ain't science fiction. This is just simple science. It's in a bubbler, guys. If you guys know what a bubbler is, it separates and you put it on top of a wine and the water keeps the purity in. And these caves have bubblers. That's all it is. These caves actually have bubbler systems that maintain pure systems. These pure systems, and there's different kinds: emerald green waters, ruby red waters, ruby red moss or algae, and every one of them would have different aspects of
bright
purity
neon
and
blue.
abilities, right?
Yeah, sorry. But yeah, bright neon blue algae. So much other different colors.
Okay, so Lori says she's going to be on Midwest tonight. Night
7.
watch at 7 p.m. Okay, cool.
Good timing to know.
Okay, that's a good time.
Cool.
Yeah, that's a good time. Usually, midnight, Midwest. They're like Oklahoma time. They're like late. And I'm like, man, I go to bed early. I'm in bed 9, 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
So that'd be cool.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. And Buttworm says, back in the day, friends sent me acid from California under a stamp on a postcard, right? Buttworm's licking his stamps.
That's awesome.
Well, that's the first time I did acid buttworm. Only did it 2 times in my entire life because, see, I know when to leave the bubbler, and I knew when I was pure, and I know when to go back. And it's not something, you know, you when you've been clean, you've been clean. There's no sense in keep trying to clean something. Once you have knowledge, you have knowledge. There's no sense in trying to keep seeking for something you already know. But what I did was Tuesday morning, you know, I called in sick about 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. I put my little tattoo. I had the sunshine tattoo at that time. And I put that on my tongue, and I rolled over, woke up. Well, called in, made sure, you know, at the time I lived in Atlanta, and I had 2 girlfriends as roommates. They had gone to work. I was living a good life, you can imagine. I was living the Three's Company video movie. But anyway, so I woke up and was able to start moving things around with my eyes and all that kind of stuff, and just enjoyed the cool day. And it was Tuesday afternoon. I'm just starting to see. Now I'm on my way. So anyway, that's a true story. And every time I hear that song, I'm like, yep, did that one. But anyway.
You know what would probably happen when the song came out, because it was in the 80s or something
Right,
like that. and
right. I don't
somehow
even-
all
well,
songs came out in the 80s.
Yeah, coincidence or what, right? Ain't that weird? Well, Tuesday's the day to hide away, right? Because Monday's Monday. The boss be mad at you, don't go to work. Tuesday, you go, oh, come on in. The boss like, I don't care. Wednesday, it's hump day. It's a different energy. So Tuesday's like the only day of the week is neutral. So Tuesday to me is like the only day where you could do something like escape the matrix for just a little while. That's the only pause between the world that we live in.
The natural world and the working world.
Yeah, he said 3 times for me. First were great, but that third time was bad. That was for me. Yeah, well, that's the thing is the first time I did it, but I was in the bath and I was just washing, and the water run down my arm, and I saw my arm crack all the way open, and of course, I had forgot, because you're not conscious all the time, that I took acid, and so of course I had a heart attack. You know, like, oh my God. And then I realized, dude, you know, you're doing acid. And so then I started laughing. And then I was like, dude, you know, so I had to learn to laugh, because you create what you believe you create. And so you have to really learn to laugh. That's true in this life. You've got to learn to laugh, because, I mean, fear, what you believe you do create. We are that powerful that we do what we believe we create, and it's real. And so I learned that day the importance of laughing and believing, and, you know, and good stuff, and not following down that road. And we were talking about this morning with someone. We were talking about that was pure, how they had turned into, because if you like a friend of mine in school, he had turned into a embryo. He was up on top of a mountain in Atlanta. It's called Vinings Mountain. It overlooks Atlanta. It's where Sherman made his plans to burn Atlanta. And as kids, we used to go on top of that mountain because a friend of mine, that was his graveyard, his parents' mountain. And we would go on top of that mountain and we'd have fires and we would look at Atlanta and we would, smoke weed and drink and do stuff like that. Anyway, he had a bad trip where he turned into an embryo. And that's the part we were talking about, purity. You go back. So he went all the way to an embryo because that's how pure he became. And a lot of people don't understand how that works, but that's how it works. And he took that acid and he used fear to turn him all the way back into an embryo. You're not supposed to have a bad trip and eliminate yourself. But if you believe that, then that's probably what's going to happen. And he did it overnight. I know in school, he was always pale from then on. He was reborn. He did die. I tell people he did die that night, and because he was not the same person ever again from one experience. But that is the power of purity, because he had pure thoughts and he believed, and he turned into an embryo, and he died and came back. And that's the same thing with entering these fountains of youth. You basically are going to die, right? You're going to die when you go in, because you are, we've been up here where we have 1% oxygen levels, and you go into a room that's 80% oxygen levels. And they have, of course, we all know about the oxygen tanks. They're healing tanks where they pump. See, I'm not talking conspiracy. I'm talking science.
This is real science.
Yeah, this is real science. They have oxygen chambers where you can go, and the athletes use them, barometric pressure chambers, where they use them to insert more oxygen into your bloodstream for healing. Athletes, Michael Jackson had one. I mean, this is oxygen therapy. It's nothing new, and it's not a conspiracy. And basically, there's cave rooms that have this therapy, but better than, it's been millions a year of pure oxygen kept into a bubbling cave program. Who we got? Hey, Gene, that's Gene's our Bigfoot liaison. She's been helping us for I don't know how many years with our. If you want to know anything about Bigfoots and a lot of the patterns, she's been great. You want to say something?
She's on it. Oh,
Okay, I thought you were jumping up on your seat.
Oh no, I'm just getting comfy again.
It's good to see you, Gene. We're kind of just rambling on this morning. We'd come on and we was talking about watch it when it goes off, but we come on. O2 therapy is 100%, right? But yeah, we were just talking about Fountain Youth, and I've been excited about it for a long time, but I ain't got no avenue to talk about it. You know how it is. And we had Jenny Sear had got with Sean Bond, I think his name is.
Sean Bond. Yeah.
And in that interview, she brings it up. I think I'll play it one more time. Let's play it one more time for him, okay?
Yeah, that'd be
Let's
worth
play it for you one more time. You're gonna
it's a
get.
good song.
All right, listen to her. This right here, guys. Let me play this one more time. Are you ready? Yeah, you're gonna put this over to the mic. No, you don't need that.
No, I was doing that just so.
Okay, let me get to the spot here. Let me play this for you one more time, guys. All right, this one here.
All right.
You can turn that one off. I don't know,
Oh, this.
the Wi-Fi. I ain't got that much network. pulled
That's
in.
fine.
Let me just cut that one off. I got chat
That's
over
fine.
here.
There.
Okay.
I was just trying to keep up. That's
Okay,
good.
you're
We
right.
got. We know what we're doing. Good.
What if I told you I knew where the Fountain of Youth was?
I believe you. I've tuned into multiple of the youth currents that come up from the surface.
So-
Some that I've had to move because dark energy passes.
Yes. So when I do Humble Healing 3, when they showed me the Fountain of Youth, they said the water's below and the water's above. And they're like, Jen, it's in the waters above, untouched in a cat. And so to get there, you have to go in a clear water, okay? And this water above has memory. It's like when you dive into it, you can remember the memory. You know what I'm saying? Like it's familiar to you. Then you go under water into a cavern, like a mountain upside down. Then you get into this dry cavern, untouched by man. So a lot of these natural rock substance and all that stuff has been preserved. And in these caverns, there's certain areas where you can put the soul and filter it through, and you could feel it through you as you're going through it. But the one thing is there's a tree has its own water, and the water is a emerald green, the nutrients. So the bark is a nutrient that is enriched, and then it's around water. And the tree has gold particles upon it in its own cystasis process. So the water is more of a greenish.
Okay. Okay, so that's Jenny Lee. You guys might know her. And you know Sean Bond. He's over at psionicleague.com, or that's his YouTube site.
There you go.
Anyway, so that's their channel. You can check out this video. There's a lot in this video. I did go through and index it, of course, because I love this information, and it's got a lot of really good. It's been indexed. I'll try to add it to the description. But yeah, when she got into that, and she talks about the water below and the water above, you got to go through the water, and like I said, we compared notes to our Bigfoots and all that stuff to find out. And we was also talking about, what it is you've got a bubbler here, and what it does is the water bubbles, and it keeps. This is what's going on in caves. See, the water lets out the water separates the impure up the surface from the down below lakes, so you can see how a bubbler works. And so if you're a diver, you come to this point here. So a Bigfoot would come to this point here, he would rest, and then he would dive down and come in, and then now you can go down into this pure place. This water, this area here is pure. This side is our side, but the water is what separates. It's the same thing in the laboratory is going on underground. And then one thing we were looking at is we found out that the Sweetwater, the location, we were trying to find out there's about 3 miles away from Lost Sea, the access to get to this area. And so from our information, see, Scott, he has to basically come up a creek into a city, and this is Sweetwater. So what he does is they have to they come up the creek into this water, this place called Sweetwater. And then he comes up, I'll get in a second. And so then what he does is he comes up and he has to swim up creek, because his father taught him this. His father, they'd be on the back of their father when they went there. And then what you do is they come up to see right now, they have, they would come up, and you come up and you get your way back into this. This is just the entrance to it. Now, once you get to the lake, that's where you get to the bubbler. That's where you get to the waters. This is just the access cave to that. That's not the bubbler system here. It would be, the bubbler would be right by the room where the purity is, or right by the cavern where the purity is.
Yeah, see, Scott told me that there's like several entrances, and the entrances just keeps on reforming itself too. So it's not necessarily exactly coming out of that creek is where you gotta check to find the entrance, but it's around that area you'll find the entrance. So it's like either that spot in front of the creek somewheres, and so many other things. But yeah, it's somewhere's over there.
And you can see here by the city map, it's right here. This is the actual head here, this brown part. Now we have a pump, a spring pump, so we know about spring pumps. And so we're really confused, because this right here is actually the spring. And we went and looked at like 1942 surveys. We looked at 1960, 72 surveys. And so this is it. I don't know why they put concrete over a lot of it. And this right here is a garage for working on cars and trucks at the front. When you go to the road view, you can see it. But this little pump house, I don't get it. Supposedly, when you review Sweetwater, they use the water from Cannon and Cannon Springs and the Sweetwater Creek. But I'm like, This has only got a little teeny power line running to it. So here's a street view. Let's take a look at street view here. And
There it is right there.
yeah, so right here it is. Let me zoom in. Pull it up here. You'll see it's only, let's get this building. Look how raggedy it is. And the power line goes to this pump. What you mean? You're not telling me that they're feeding their city off of this pump house, Matthew? Our pump house is that big.
It's interesting. They even got little heat vents
That's air vents.
for the attic. I don't know. I'm just
Yeah,
like pointing
yeah, it
out,
is.
like, what are they doing with this water? Like,
Well,
I
that's
mean, it's interesting.
well, the roofing. It's around roofing. It's around the actual thing, which is it's controlled room to
Yeah.
get to the. That is the original head of the spring. Now you can see they've got a car in the garage. They've got this building, but it's city property. You know, I would bet that you would need to go through this area here to head back over to Lost Sea to access what I call the Fountain of Youth.
Yeah.
So, anyway, let's get back to how's our chat. So,
Let's check them out.
here, I'll pull it back up over here. If you
That'd
want.
be easier.
All right. Put the mic back on, or the camera back on. All right. Let's see.
Yeah.
Anybody got any questions? Let me find my stuff again.
Looking for the chat.
Over here somewhere. I think it's popped out. There he is.
Hey, everybody's there.
All right. Cool.
All right.
All right. Hey, Super Dave's come in.
Hey, Super Dave. All right.
Super Dave Brock. Super Dave's the guy that taught us to give everybody a wrench so everybody can work. Oh my gosh, without a wrench you can't do anything, you know. You can't even connect with people. It's horrible.
Yeah. Right.
Let me see if I can catch up any comments that maybe we missed. Water is life.
Life.
Hey, Buttworm,
That's interesting.
if you look at the outside of our spring house, someone wrote in clay, what
Water
is life? With a big heart.
Big
Yeah.
clay heart.
Yeah.
Around it.
Yeah, so you just read the outside of our spring house is out by the road, and we make sure that it has public access as far as you can take one of those big water bottles and you can fill it. We build a system in, you push a button, but ours fills. We have a building, but we have a tube down in the ground, and we have a pump system, and so all the public comes. People leave us seeds and gifts and all kinds of stuff because, you know, we want to make sure everyone has that spring water. You know, and everybody does.
It's a private spring. We have rights to it, so it's not really public, but we want everybody to have it because it's just like what we don't
Yeah.
use goes to the lake.
Yeah,
So,
whatever water we don't use goes straight to the lake.
Yeah.
All right. So Gene says human body 6% of the water. That makes up sense. Yeah. Right. Right, Gene. That's the thing is since we're all water, yeah, keeping the water clean is all. It's the difference between health and illness, and so it's not real complicated. You know, clean water, clean body. You know, I don't think it can get much complicated. Let's see. Amy says he has a series owned guy, but he also has Institute, the Monroe Institute. She must be talking about. Okay, she's talking about the Visca Institute with Dr. Roberts Gilbert. Okay, cool. I'll have to check that out. MRNS. Could we astro travel there and get benefits?
It hasn't done me any better.
No,
playing.
no. I mean, actually, I've heard someone. She says she does it. What's her face? Jenny did. Jenny takes people there, then they don't want to leave. So it must be good because they get there. Like I said, yes. So astral travel. Look for Lost Sea in Tennessee, East Tennessee, Lost Sea Cave, and about 3 miles under it, you know, there's a lake, and then about 3 miles, 2.5 miles underneath that go down until you find that cavern, and that should work because, like I said, she actually uses the fountain use to help heal people. So yes, it's a good idea.
Really
Water
good.
has memory. It's all the memory, right?
Right.
Benefits. Okay. Series teaching. Okay. Yeah. Great research on the subject. Okay. Cool. One employs the secrets. Water selling bottles underground, right? Yeah, I'm telling you what. Well, I mean, we have some. I know we're perfect. I know where some water is, guys. That is so pure. I do. I know places. We know caves, and you know, if I ever. I mean, we go. I mean, I just go on and on about water. I mean, we go to the different places. We was snorkeling a few weeks ago, and we're swimming along, and all of a sudden, from underneath us was a cold current. So there was a spring shooting into the lake from underneath us. You feel it with, and so you would swim up to it, and you put your hands over, right, and you're like, oh my gosh. So you're getting water, bubbling water, right? Because I mean, it's water spring that comes up into a bottom of a lake. It's pure as it's going to get because it's water underwater. And so, yeah. So what you want to do is you get in that current, and that's what we do. You know, snorkeling. And I'm trying to tell people right now, I'm trying to tell everybody, the water's calling you, people. The water's calling. I'm trying to get people to understand. Go out to your lakes and soak. Go to your springs and soak.
Instead of blue bus, it's blue waters. It's calling us.
Yeah.
The blue
That's
waters.
yeah, taking me back to yesterday's video.
Oh.
But yeah, if you guys haven't seen that video we put out yesterday with Chloe, Chloe and Matt. They both had readings 666 days apart, saying that basically there's crafts on the way. Even Chloe, you can just watch that video. She's shocked that's what she's getting, but she did the reading. It's hard to believe. All right, what else we got? Sharing is caring. He who controls the water and food controls the people. Exactly, and that's they know it, and that's how they keep this topsoil top polluted, so it's kind of we're all run down and tired, and we won't fight, and we just get by, and yeah, that's true, and that's exactly the whole process we're living in. Mm-hmm. But with that video that I was just showing you, she does talk about how the waters are changing, and more purity's coming through, the light's coming through, more pure light. So, you know, that's your crystalline process is basically when the waters start changing, which is what we are, right? When the waters start changing, get more pure, more clear from, you know, you think about the UVC coming in, cleaning the plants, cleaning the humans. If you're getting sun, and then if you're going down and soaking in your local lakes, springs, now you're getting nutrition. Now you're getting your water clean from both directions, aren't you? You know, so you're getting more healed.
You're getting, what do you call that? Radioactive by the sun with the rays that's beaming through you and in you and onto you with the different types of radiation. And then you're in the water, and those rays are penetrating your skins, opening you up to bring in more minerals that your body's wanting, and your body is natural, so it's knowing exactly what it wants and what it wants to do. So it feels too much of this, it covers for it, and then brings in more of this because it's hungry this way. You know, and certain salts, certain iron, certain coppers, it pulls in what it wants.
Right.
All naturally.
Yep. And Lori says, water, when exposed to good intention, creates beautiful formed ice crystals. Negative thoughts forms chaotic ice crystals. And did you guys feel the energy? Jeez, last 5 days, it was unbalanced. Nobody could get comfortable. I'm normally, you know, if I've got 10 things unbalanced, that's a good day. I'm just kidding.
That's about right.
2 or 3, you know, I could be like my
better
mind,
than
I can't
20.
think today. Maybe my mind's foggy. Okay, that'd be just one thing. But I mean, last week it was like, I couldn't get nothing balanced. And then just last couple of days, it seemed like, you know, CERN went down. We felt better for a couple of days. And then the frequency between, they're bouncing off the moon. The moon is the water controller. And so they were using the moon to blah the water on Earth. And we're all like, blah. And I felt it. We felt it. We were tired. We couldn't get no energy. We felt drained. And then a couple of days ago, we're like, okay, you wake up in the morning. I'm not the only one that wakes up in the morning and go, oh my God, what kind of day is this going to be? Or you wake up in the morning and you go, I feel okay. I slept okay. And it's a new day and it's a new energy. But I mean, that is so true. It's been, and that's your water. That what are they vibrating against? What are they Wi-Fiing us against? It's the water because they shoot the wall. Cellular towers messing with your cells, the water cells,
Water cells.
right, and the towers.
Frequentizing
And the
the
moon.
air.
Yeah, and the moon is that's a whole different topic. There's a lot more on the
Indigo
moon.
opened up the door for that.
Oh, Indigo. Yeah, I put out a video on her. Now check that out, guys. On
Indigo Angel.
Indigo Angel. She really wore it out. She opened that up 2 days ago about the moon, and
It being a female. You connect through the waters to connect to the moon because the moon's getting psyoped or something.
what's
or
the
was
big
it-
thing? You're
what
talking
was-
faster than you're thinking. What's the big topic on hers? The big topic on hers was what was it, Sweetums? Indigo. I was talking about the moon. I'm trying to think on that video. It was very significant, but I did put a video up on it. I did catch a significant part of it. But she brought up,
As the moon's being activated,
well, she did.
yet it wasn't.
Well, the moon. Yeah, there's a whole lot on the moon. We could get into the moon time. I'm gonna write that down. I'll put it as a side note because I'm gonna get back to everyone's comments here. Moon. That's another big topic because that affects all the water.
Yeah.
You know, so Indigo's Angels on top of for going after that topic and bringing that topic up to awareness so that we start looking and seeing and thinking about what the moon is doing. Okay, so let me get back to the topic here because I'm getting behind. I even seen Denise show up and Ninja Dave showed up. Hey guys,
Ninja Dave.
they showed up.
Hey man. All right.
Let's see. Okay, so water exposed. Yes, Laura's talking about that. And Bowling Spring underwater, buttworm. Yes, you imagine that? Try to think of that buttworm. That was cool. I had no idea it even could exist. I'm snorkeling along and I come across a cold current. Okay, not a current that rolling off the mountain. It was coming up, and I knew it was cold, so I knew it was coming from a cavern or coming from below. Because it was cold, and I'm like, I'm in warm water, and all of a sudden I'm like, whoa! So I swam up and kind of just enjoyed that cold water because I know it's pure water. But yeah, it was boiling up underneath the water. You wouldn't see
Bubbling.
it bubbling
I
up.
guess you could say. But yeah,
No, it was coming up. You couldn't see it. It wasn't there. It's
Yeah,
just
I don't know about the word bowling. Sounds like heat, but it doesn't matter. But
Okay,
yeah,
but
it was
anyway.
definitely flowing out.
okay.
Bubbling out.
Super Dave says my theory comes from the multiplication of the data. Right. How else is known from the beginning of time? Yeah, that's interesting. So he's thinking that they're taking these, sound like Dave's saying, they take all these data centers, they connect them all to water, and then they have the knowing. Yeah, it might be good. You think about it. I mean, I'm not saying it's good that they do that, but it might be a good type of theory that they're using to artificially learn
Connect to
it.
the brain.
Yeah, to connect
of
to the Earth. Well, the Earth is the Earth has a comm line which is not is wood wide network.
Yeah, beyond wood.
It's
wide,
the
too, but yeah.
mycelium. The mycelium. Now the mycelium is managed by the fairies, which manage the mushrooms, which manage the comms. This whole Earth has its own comm system already. The mycelium, the wood wide web. You know, and the only way you get on that is through the trees. That's where the Bigfoots and everybody have their knowing and how they all talk. They call it telepathy or teletry. I call it teletry because a lot of people are not ready for the word telepathy. But a teletry is if you'll go and you're pure, because you can't get on that network unless you're pure, right? Mm-hmm. The trees are the gatekeepers. If a tree will talk to you, then you're on the network, and you'll be like basically all knowing because you can be able because you're on the wood wide network, which means the mycelium. You can see anything in this world, which is all the information's there. But like I said, I do believe the trees are because who's the antennas to this whole thing? Look at the giant trees. That's the antennas to the mycelium network.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, so Dave, yeah, you know that. Bringing up that, like you say, they're connecting straight to the water. And I'm like you, Dave. I don't think it's. I don't know the benefits. You know, they do not have to have water to cool those. It's cheaper. They can use fans, and so yeah, that is. A lot of people think that they have to use water. No, they do not. It's cheaper for them to use water. All right, let me go on. Try to keep up with the comments. We might be catching up. Let's see. What are selling bottles? Let's see. Where was I at here?
You're going down.
I was looking at Dave's comment. My theory comes from ultimate dad said, okay. And Lori says, since we're 6 other, that applies to good vibrations to health. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah, Lori, and that's the thing is, you know, I believe you have your soul is your inner rock, and you take care of your soul. Keep it strong. Your outside aura is your free energy, your what energy you're releasing. And as long as you have an inner core, inner belief system, you believe in God, you believe in yourself, you believe in family, you have this rock about you, which is what I call your soul, then that exterior will be strong and things can't get in, words don't, but you got more you got more energy on the outside that doesn't let bugs and diseases and people's comments bother you because you already have your own soul, right? And a tree did share with us that you cannot become a star until you become a tree. Just give you a little idea of how far the soul can go. It can go a long way, can't it?
It can go a long,
It can go a long way. Let's see. Members of the net is not about the net. It's about how the energetic matrix behind reality, known as the net, right? Right. And like you said, you got the worldwide net, which is actually, it's a network of trees and mycelium and mushrooms, but that's a net, but not to catch, but it's actually a net as far as like a spider web communication system. So it's not necessarily bad. Nets ain't bad if they're used for good.
Mm-hmm.
And there's Ninja Date. Ninja, he has a ability to. He has seen everything. He hangs out with Janice Carter, and so boy, they have seen it and they see it, and he's one of those that really studies this stuff. Me and Matt's still trying to just get our minds around.
Every time I talk to Ninja Dave, he got a whole nother table he pulls out on me. I'm like, holy crap, dude. He's a full freaking encyclopedia. But great information he brings out.
Yeah, he always does.
Oh yeah.
If your brain can keep up with him.
If you can keep up, oh, it's worth a ride. It is worth it. Ninja Dave is kicking it.
Lori says we are bombarded by the 5G radiation, electromagnetic radiation. Yeah, that's the water. It's like they said, they're disturbing the water, which means disturbing the humans, which disturbs our ability to think and be at peace and, to rest, and our health and our communications with our family and friends is on the rocks. And they're doing that through the moon, Laura. That's the thing is they're doing that through the moon. The moon is what they've been used to the moon. When the dragon brought the moon here, tell them when the dragon brought the moon. I'm going to grab some water real quick.
Okay.
So the moon, tell them what the moon. Now don't forget the part where the dragon has to get.
Okay, you want me to... Okay. Okay, the moon came from, you call it Asgard, is the official word. Indigo Angel, I think she called it. Dang it, I forgot it doesn't matter. But either way, it's the asteroid belt. And before it turned into an asteroid belt, it was a big galactic wars and such that happened. And then the asteroid belt, the Asgard, my bad. Asgard got blown up in some type of way, and then that was at the near ending of the war. So what he did was composed all the center of the core or of all the mass of that planet and created it into a ball, held it together in a capsule, let it form itself and so it could stay together. And then he wrapped his big furry tail around it and went on over to Earth and told the moon, what it's called now, and said, "You will be for the children." And it's interesting, he said that. Once he said that, he flew away in my vision. And the water, because what Indigo Angel was bringing up was that everything's controlled, all the waters are controlled by the moon. The waves get pulled by the moon. And all the women, they all have their water break. That's part of the controlled by the moon. It's that's where all the babies are coming from.
Yeah, that controls all that.
It does control it all, which is you could call it control as in bad, or you can call it as in control as in creating, where babies are able to come out and be of balance to this world, because it was a rhythm. The moon was put here in place to give the waters a rhythm. That's one of the main key factors. I forgot almost, but it's the moon brought rhythm to Earth.
Little spring water.
This
Speaking of water.
spring water right here got what do you call it? Rhythm by the moon, and it's frequentized.
Yeah, it's pumped up from our spring house. Oh, it's pumped up from our spring house. It doesn't. There's no break. We have a line down. Of course, we have copper down in the hole. But anyway, this is pumped from this water here hasn't seen light in I don't know how long, because we go down underground to get it. But anyway, he's drug it here, dropped it off, and said, "This will be for you. Will be for
The children. You will be for the children."
okay."
But yeah.
Okay. Let me get back to the chat then.
All right.
Okay, so that, but yeah, watch that video. That video is really good. The one about the moon. I put that one out there. I just took, and we did a reaction to her video. Very powerful. So we put up the last few days is all water, water, water. You think about everything we've been doing is about water. It's about the moon and the water, and then we did one about.
Oh, even on my channel, we did a short, or I did a video. I forgot which one. It doesn't matter. Of our tub that we did with a bunch of clay. We just dug out a bunch of clay dirt and poured it in the tub, and we dug our bath in that. And it's like conditioner for your skin, your hair, your whole body. Oh my
yeah,
gosh,
it feels great.
You just feel like
great.
you
Yeah,
came out
just-
of the lake.
Yeah, Mel Matthews got his own little private cave, so he went in and collected up went back into the purest place, and then got clay and put it in a bucket, and then that's what we scoop into the outside tub. And I was thinking, everyone needs an outside tub and an inside tub. That way, when it's hot, you can be like, I'm going out to the outside tub, and then when it's, we have we have 2 outside tubs.
Yeah, too.
Yeah, we don't shower or bathe in the house. We bathe outside. We have 2. One of them's covered, and the other one is wide open. Matthew's shower and tub is wide open. I mean, it's got a fence around it, but the only thing you see him is a cow or a deer.
A deer.
Maybe a deer or see
Yeah,
Matt
he was
naked.
actually out there last night looking at me. A deer, a female deer, was down there. I got done taking a shower, went outside and got on my little what do you call that lounge thing? However, sat chair, got onto a chair, and there was the deer down there. He was like looking up. Hey man, what's up? I'm like, what the heck are you doing on our property? Not playing with him.
Let me get back on the chat. I'm just going straight down the line. That way I can catch everybody's chat. And plus, it's cool talking to everybody. Let's see here. Most of us were talk to trees. Let me go back up a little higher. Okay, we stopped with Lori that was talking about the 5G radiation. And then Amy said, love your channel. She subscribed to Amy. Yeah, Super Davies.
Super Dave.
You definitely need to sub Super Dave. He's a good guy, and he's always putting out good, thoughtful information. MRSN SA5 says, I would imagine most of us here talk to trees. Yeah, I would say a lot of the folks in this group are tree lovers, or at least more starting to find their inner walk, you know what I'm saying, than following the local news.
It's pretty much like everybody here. Practically, I had an experience that the government said is not true, and that's why we're all here. Like, no, we all had an experience of some type, and the government's off of it. Something like that.
So Super Dave says they inverted just about everything: the food, the sky, right? DNA, the water too. That's true, Dave. Hey, I watched a disturbing thing. Speaking of inverted, that bull drink that everybody drinks, Super Bowl or whatever,
Red Bull.
Red Bull, dude. Everybody's drinking that stuff. I mean, like it's replacing water, and like people are going to get nuts,
They're
man.
drinking more Red Bull than they are Cokes, too. Coca-Cola's like they're drinking.
It's disturbing.
know.
It's crack,
It feels
and they're
like
drinking that stuff.
it feels like it's like Futurama with the episode of I
don't know.
Slurm or something like that.
I don't know,
whatever.
but I mean, I'd have to show you the video on it. But it blew our mind. someone talking about it. There was two drivers. We were watching. We watched Cop Watchers, and there was two drivers, and they admitted that they're selling so much that they can't keep up. They can't. And they even said it's liquid crack, and everybody loves it. And these are the people that deliver it and sell it. I mean, that was in Massachusetts. Yeah, I mean, it's. I don't know. Some of you guys probably might drink these energy drinks, but oh my God, the thing is that water is being programmed, and we have a niece that committed suicide, and she drank that shit. Just saying, it's your granddaughter. Yeah, granddaughter, right? Think about that. They drank that crap and hung herself. So you're like, what is going on? I think that's just, they're, anyway, I'll move on
There's
to
a
the
lot of other.
let me move on to the next thing.
However.
Amy says, I've been studying biometrics for a while. Biomyotics by
Biomyotics.
Myotics. I might be pronouncing it wrong. It's a interdictionary field that studies how living organisms interpret, communicate, and create meaning. It's beautiful. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, that is your relationship of water and all that in life. That's be good. Especially trees and plants. Just got back from Glassberry River swimming all week and absolutely magical.
You know it.
Right?
Oh, that's awesome.
Glassberry. Now, Glassberry, is that South England? You know? No. I'm asking Karen here, because Karen, if that's South England, I want to tell you some stuff about South England. I'll look for your comment here in a minute. If so, I want to tell you more about Glastonbury. That is pretty cool that we haven't talked about much, but I want to talk about that. Okay, so Ninja Dave is mind fragged, mind blowing. Right. Okay, where are we at now? Private cave, cool. Right. MRSNW. Don't worry, I'll pull it. Yeah, I know what she's talking about. So he says, where was he at? Up here. I lost my chance. Spot again.
Oh.
In our, did I go too far?
Down or private cave.
Oh yeah. And so MRSNW, private cave, cool. Yeah, technically Matt has at least two I can say are his. He's got one that I've named Matt because he's the only one actually been in it. And it goes to our aquifer. Yep, we got a video on that. You can check it out. It shows us cave driving. That's in our own aquifer. And then he's got a private crystal cave that you dig around and pull crystals out of the wall. All right, clear and smoky crystals. Right,
Quartz.
Quartz.
Or something.
yeah, quartz crystal. But yeah, we've run East Tennessee caves, so we're cave people, man. Big. We were big in the caves. We're still big in the caves. And guess what? Bigfoots and giants are in the caves. We're all the same. We love caves.
Yeah.
That's where it's at, guys. Amy, let's see, says you all need an outdoor. Yeah, we all need an outdoor tub. Yeah, we have an outdoor oven too.
Yeah.
Even our rental properties has outdoor ovens. We try to give people the option to bake and cook, because we bake all the time in the summertime, but not inside.
No.
I mean, Tina
It's too hot.
Tina loves pork,
outside.
and she just recently brought a half a pork cow home, and she's been baking them outside for a long time. But yeah, baking pumpkins and stuff like that. We love to bake, but most people refrain from it. But you need to bake your food. That's really a good way to.
But it's easy to refrain from it whenever you're heating up the house. So
yeah.
It's
When
good to have it outside.
when it's costing you a fortune right now, what they're charging us for electricity.
You can use an RV gas heater or something like that with the propane tank. Just plug it in and just run it.
Right. Ninja says trees are like antennas to heaven, and Ninja probably knows this, but some of them actually did go up through the firmament. And like the Colorado Grand Canyons, that's all desert now because they chopped down the big tree there.
Mm-hmm.
There was a tree that was so big there that it went up into the firmament, I guess you could say. And of course, who do you think lived up in those trees? Bigfoots, giants. So, oh no, it's evil. Let's chop it down. Oh, you see how it is. See, let's go at this. So we go after. Oh, the giants and the Bigfoots live up there. We chop it down. We'll be safer. And so we turn the place into a desert. Right? I mean, just you could see that in your mind's eye and go, oh my God, that is such a mess. But anyway, that used to be. We had trees that were so tall they would go into the firmament. Right? They'd go into the waters above. Right? Be like roots up here and roots down here. But anyway,
That'd be trippy.
and see what Amy says. I also hug trees too, right? And that's the thing is trees. They are cool and they are conscious. And we sat down and talked to a big tree up here recently. Really enjoyed the talk, and it was talking about how it did in their time before motors. Everything was mechanical. And it told us, like, for example, the China wall, them little grooves cut into it, that was for gears because they had these huge, like, trains that rode across that thing. But it was run by leverage. So a man would pull a stick and it would go 20 foot, and he would push the stick and it would go 20 foot, and they would move a train. And that's how things used to, and that tree was telling us that's how they delivered from Georgia, Tennessee. They were like walking big giant
Off-road
yeah
type of deal because they considered the Great Wall of China being like built for these type of things, so it'd be on-road type of deal. But
Yeah.
for off-road, they use like big old sticks, big old peg legs.
And most people say, oh, that's because the Chinese were defending themselves against the Russians or whatever. That's what most people, experts say. But no, those were just gear slots.
Yeah, it looked like a Roman
Looked like
built
ammo
type of deal.
gun things, but it wasn't.
Yeah, it was just gear slots.
Okay, so
Roman trade routes type of deal. That's what I
Okay.
was saying. But yeah.
So Amy says, and one more, and I was talking to a tree. His branches came off and hung around me. Hey, check it out. He hung around me. I got something in my way. I can't see it. Oh, okay. It was beautiful. Yeah, Amy, we saw a tree the other day, and it had the limbs hanging really low. And so I asked Matt, I was like, what happened to that tree? Because he'll talk to the tree. And that tree had lowered two of its arms as to one of his buddies that didn't make it when they were clearing that land. So a lot of times we think that those limbs that are hanging down are Bigfoot stuff. But a lot of times the trees are just kind of like this little salute to their buddies that didn't make it, or right?
Yeah. Some trees are like that. Some trees would do that for the other tree type of deal. It was possibly the same tree sometimes where the roots are connected and you have two trees grow out of one spot, and that one got cut, so that limb just gets hindered. Just like, oh man, can't get that nutrition from that way. It could be something like that. but
MR SNW says my daughter's friend had a breakdown after drinking too many Monster drinks. Right? Ain't that stuff so freaky?
Something?
David said Monster logo is 666. Correct. I think it's manipulating that water. If you ain't already manipulated enough, then go and drink more artificial manipulated stuff. I mean, it's really kind of scary that, and see, I think Matt brought up the point that, okay, these kids, they're 18, but they can't drink alcohol. So what do? They go get Monster drinks. So they got that niche right between, but for the
So now they're
it's
gonna eat.
addiction to one thing to another and control, and it's just ugh. But anyway, all right, let's see, we're catching up finally. Terry showed up.
Hey man, all right.
Amy, let's see, they will hug you if you're connected to them, right, Amy? Their roots talk to each other underground also, correct? They know each other. See, one tree knows you, they all know you. Right? Well, if you've been on that network, they all know you. But like I said, it is a pure place. I don't believe a tree will they won't open. They're not open to unpure because they're pure. Trees are pure, right? They're to be a tree would be probably your highest goal. Because you're happy where you are. I mean, the tree that we talked to, it puts its limbs out so that I'm here, and the birds come, and the squirrels come, and that's his friends. The bugs come. I mean, the day we were talking to, a moth landed on the side of the tree, and the tree was we're like, hey, what's up, Trey? And he's like, I'm sorry, man. I'm enjoying my friend. He just focuses right on my buddy. Hey, the tree enjoys the moth.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, that's some high consciousness that humans will eventually get to. Just love and enjoying that in that moment, and that's it. And that's what that tree was doing. The tree kind of like ignored us and just wanted to be with his friend, the moth, that came to visit him.
Yeah, it's he was showing me that life is a pinnacle moment. Every moment that changes, there's a pinnacle point. And that's the time you need to focus in, because that's when your chemistry, your crystals in your head and sight and your feeling and what's around you changes. Because the more you get into it, the more of a change it'll be for you, because you accept it all the way. So he's looking at this butterfly that landed on him. As crazy as it is, it's just a little very small footprinted thing that's landed on him. But to him, it's the biggest world. While he's being like 4 people wide, he's focused on that little butterfly, because it's the little things in life that really support you the most. Right?
Hey, Carl, man, I did not see you. I had to go up and change my live chat. Don't ask me why. I had to go change my live chat to show all. And I'm stupid. I'm here on my channel. Let me give you a rant so you could do any work here.
Yeah.
Now, I got to say something about Carl. Carl is a man of my heart, backwoods guy. Carl knows what I'm saying when I say backwoods camping. A lot of people have no idea. That's the coolest thing. I have my first experience backwoods camping about 4 miles out, and it shook the holy hell out of my tent. If Carl's still listening, if he's still here. But Carl is the man. He's had so much. I mean, I think 1 year is 300. He's out like 363 days that year. I mean, it's part of his job. He was doing and surveying and all this stuff, so he spends a lot of time in the woods. And he has been out there, and he's seen so much. And I just can't say enough about Carl. And I don't know, but now I gave you a wrench, Carl, so should be able to see. Ain't that crazy? I had to go. You were not even being showed up. I had to change my live chat thing up above to all messages. So, Carl, thanks for showing up. And like I said, he don't really do a YouTube channel and stuff. You'll find him on, you'll find him throughout. Just look up Carl's Up, and you'll find him. He's interviewed a lot of people, but there he is.
Hey.
He's there. But yeah, I mean, I'm just starting to follow his material, follow his work. Any chance I get a chance to catch him on some show, I'm in, because he'll be talking forever because of the time he's been out there. But the main thing is, like I said, backwoods. And Carl's like me. He went backwoods. He really didn't have no weapons. He's just doing his job. And that's a really great way. You wasn't planning on recording. A lot of his stuff is just experiences, when you're out there in the woods. So it's really cool to see Carl. And like I said, I can't give him enough appreciation for the information that he's been bringing out. He's on Untold Radio quite a few times. He's going here and there, but yeah, cool stuff, man. Great job, Carl. We really appreciate your sharing your experiences and bringing the Bigfoot monster down a little bit more under control. I mean, there's definitely, one thing that we just had recently is another video we put a few weeks ago. We had a couple Bigfoots that we lost to the government/ET program, and the now what they did to one of those Bigfoots is they chopped his legs off. This is the government ET. They took a couple of them. Now our buddy Scott made it back to Tennessee. He's safe back in the Appalachians, but they chopped off that Bigfoot's legs just to scientists. The ET Gov work, the crappy part that black ops that works for our government, to find out how they regenerate. And we were just talking earlier in this video, if you watch the beginning, we're talking about the Fountain of Youth. They don't have to do what they do, but they do it. And so a lot of these foots out there are very upset with man. A lot of them are very distasteful towards humans, period, because they are sick and tired of being experimented on. A lot of them have lost their abilities and a lot of them, our Bigfoot Scott tries to work with and help some of the very mad Bigfoots, but you can't get close to them because the government ET program would like to recapture some of these guys because they'll bring them back in. They continue to test them. They continue to manipulate them. And so, it's a mess. That's all I can say about all that stuff, about the Bigfoot cool stuff. Okay, I'm going to catch back up on the chat and I'm coming on down. All right, where are we at? I'll tell you up here. Gene says something. Let me see if I go miss anybody. Let's label TV favorite venture family. Thanks, Terry. Okay, I'm coming down. Super Dave's. Why my thought of the water also. The whiff came out saying humans no longer has a right to clean drinking water. Right, Dave? See, we have water rights to this spring. I've got 3 water rights. Coca-Cola supposedly is interested, so it's $1 million a right. So will we take the $3 million? Probably, wouldn't you? But on the other hand, I got to find me another spring in Kentucky or something because I'm like you guys. If I sell it, then I got to buy it back from Coca-Cola. But on the other hand, when you got $3 million, you can go get your own land with spring. But yeah, they are trying to take the water, and I don't know when they're going to try to take this spring. Okay, coming on down. It usually shows the time, but I'm not where I'm at on time. All right, let's see. They're trying to control people's wells, right?
Right. Yeah, we've been seeing a lot of that just in Oak Ridge, where a lot of people are throwing out their wells because trying to balance city ordinance with their well water wasn't working out or something like that. So they're selling out their, or they're just junking their parts to their wells to the junkyard. That's where we see it from.
Jane's got a question. She says, Matt, what are your sources telling you about the wildfires and the air quality? I'm not sure which wildfire.
Well, if you're talking about Canada wildfires, that'd be a little different. But out here, from what I'm seeing here in Tennessee, we got clear air. I saw one day, I think it was yesterday, where there was some hazing going on. So it's either pollen or chemtrails falling down. So there's that. But the past few other days when CERD kind of stopped, it seemed like the air quality got better. And the wildfires, I'm guessing you're talking about up in Canada, because that's the only place out west, too, that would be having the fires right now, because it's been kind of wet out here in Tennessee area, East Coast.
There is a forest fire down in Florida.
Yeah, in Florida?
Forest fire in Florida, what I'm saying.
What are your sources telling you about the forest fires in Florida?
It's not a wildfire, I don't think. So I don't know. I'm just seeing the overview. I don't think this is a wildfire. So it might be a plant. I don't know nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I think this might have been planned, but entertainment purposes only. So, but yeah, I haven't heard that one. That's interesting.
Let's see.
That's what I'm saying.
Jane says the root system of a tree and the blood vessels in our heart and lungs is the same. Yeah, we're more connected to trees than people think. Yeah, we are. I like to say we're walking mushrooms, Gene. We broke away. I mean, the difference between me and a tree is that fact that I walk. I willed to walk. You know what I'm saying? Because we're dumb. I'm just kidding. Trees are smarter than us. Why would you ever move?
Why do you need to move when you got all the nutrition underneath?
That's just us, That's okay. We're walking mushrooms. But yeah, I agree with you, Jade. I do think we're walking mushrooms. Terry says I have a Berkey water filter. I'm thinking of making a copper spiral to put in the bottom of the filter. Yeah, it's a good idea, Terry. We have down in the bottom of our spring house, we keep big coals of copper. And every once in a while we take them out and just kind of clean off the green, get rid of the algae. But it's in your refrigerator, we have like one of those Berkey or whatever. It's got or whatever. It's got the charcoal.
Filter.
But Tina's supposed to be keeping copper down in the bottom of it. I gave her copper, throw the copper in the bottom. If you don't have a copper pot, just throw a piece of, go get some pre-1984 pennies, wash them really well, and then throw them in the bottom of your drinking water source. And, that smells better than nothing. And
Even if it does oxidize, it's just the oxidation is clearing out the water. I mean, a little oxidation's fine. It's copper that's going everywhere in the water, keeping it all pure. It's like squirting bleach in your water and keeping it clean, I mean, it's better with copper than something natural, minerals, overloading the water than bleach chemical that could be a bunch of other chemicals that be doing some other harmful things.
So Lori says, I appreciate you guys' comments, because the more you comment, the more you spin off conversation, and then other people comment, and then we comment, and then just keep spinning it off. Because I mean, because I'm like you guys. It's I don't know what day it is. Sunday, Monday, Saturday. It doesn't matter. Anyway,
Doesn't matter.
Lori says a certain species of pine that has DNA really close to us human. You know what's interesting about the pine, Lori, is if you want to run some kind of instrument that's specifically doesn't want any pollution as far as electronic, you go and put it in the middle of a pine forest. If you look across the United States at our facilities, especially those that are monitoring space or whatever, they will be in the middle of a pine forest. If you have problems with energy, cell towers, and some people are very sensitive. I used to be. I don't know what's happened. That kind of changed. Move out into the middle of a pine forest. Pine needles absorb frequencies, right?
High duct frequencies or low duct frequencies. It will cancellation it out because of the needles. I don't think it's just pine. I think it's just evergreen. Whenever the evergreen had needles, the needle evergreens.
Right.
I think they cancel noise cancellation. They blocking out the huzz because there's no flat face area like a leaf that a sound could bounce off of and continue its path. It absorbs it. It's like it cuts the frequency. Being such a tube, it just cuts the frequencies. That's what I see.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah, it makes sense.
but yeah.
And of course, pine needle juice, probably good. Also, your pine, go out to your pine trees and get the natural gum that you see that's on it. And we make pine gum. But anyway, take the big old chunk of that and chew it. It takes 2 or 3 days to chew it. Set it down in your nightstand when you go to bed. Anyway, it's got turpentine in it, which is a dewormer. So first of all, you're deworming yourself, and you're deworming your calcium, your pineal gland. I mean, this is free. This is free from nature. Guy has given you pineal decalcification, and I mean, you won't like the flavor of chewing gum, pine gum, but after so long, it gets harder and harder and harder because you've chewed all the oils out of it, right? To a point that it turns into a crystal. And then eventually it'll just bust like glass and it's gone. But it takes about 3 days to do that detox.
I've been noticing it's like certain types of the pine, certain parts or certain part of the drying process. You get different type of gum out of one tree. So it's like some of it might break instantly or some of it might just be like 3 days and you're still chewing on it. So it's like, I think it's just good for you to just get the first part of the nutrition, 30 minutes, an hour of eating it.
I agree. I just like the
and
cool
you're working
story.
it. Yeah.
No, but my story's so much cooler though. Because
I
it
agree.
will continue. The more you chew it, it turns into a crystal, and I swear it'll turn into a rock, and you'll laugh because you'll like
It does.
it turns into just a crystallized rock because you got all the oils out of it. And I know then at that point, time for that last bite and the. Okay, I'm exaggerating.
Yeah, it sounds good though.
It sounds cool. All right. All right, Gene says, so many movies tell the truth. Look at Avatar, the connection of the people and the mother who is a tree. Right? I mean, we know it, we see it, and I don't know why well, like you said, they're going away from it. I mean, I have I spent a lot of time with electronics. I like making videos, and I like videography, and I like watching all my buddies and pals on the internet. So, I think all of us are kind of trying to figure out what's balance here, though. We are still water and flesh, and so
Right.
trying to balance how electric we are.
How much electric input are you pulling in comparison to nature input are you pulling in? I was just thinking about that last night. What you look upon is what you're taking. You're taking in. Because it was like the topic I was talking about the other day about the sun is feeding you through the trees, through your eyes, and you're eating what is given to you. Your body's doing this naturally. It's continuously. That's how you get a sunburn. You be in the sun for too long, your body is naturally absorbing what is given.
Okay, I just
Yeah.
realized I moved my little live chat, and I was like, oh my gosh, no wonder I have to like push it and it, like refresh. I'm like, we're so far behind, Matthew.
really? Okay.
Oh, yeah, Puck showed up. Hey, Puck.
Oh, hey, Puck.
Denise has
Okay.
showed up. I'm so far behind. Oh my
geez.
gosh.
Refresh. Oh,
Oh no.
oh no.
Oh no, we've got
Okay,
so.
we're up there.
Where are we at?
Right.
So we're
Yeah,
studying about
we're
that.
down.
Okay, we're down. Okay, we'll try to go faster. Listen,
Turkey, right? There we go.
I have Berkey water. Okay, we talked about that. Backwoods camping, yes. Gene Hudson, we'll talk about it in a second before I go there. Someone who tells truth. Amy says all living things on Earth share the same basic DNA building block. I agree with that. Humans and trees share about 50% of their DNA because they share very old common ancestry. Totally true. We use the same. And the DNA thing, that's a whole conversation there. I'm just trying to reflect real quick. DNA. Don't want to say anything about DNA. No. Not right now. I think it's in a minute. We use the same core genes to do basic living tasks. It's beautiful. Backwoods camping is as close to Earth as you can get. And the real men, right? Mountain men, and have great knowledge. Right, Gene?
That's right.
I mean, that calling back, see, I went back to where our great-grandfather, his name is John, where he saw a Bigfoot, and the Bigfoot fell down, and John laughed at him, and eventually him and that Bigfoot shook hands. That's my family, Cherokee blood, and that's why they know me, and that's why I was called to go back that day and hike out by the woods by myself in the rain. I knew I was going somewhere, it's like going home. So I went out there. I fell asleep in the middle of the night. Something shook the holy hell out of my tent. That's that's my kinfolk saying, "Hey, good to see you." Assholes. But anyway, they still love me.
Yeah.
But anyway,
They're always pranksters.
yeah, they're always my family's always pranksters. Hey, love you. It's good to see you. But
Tripped you.
tripped you up a little bit. It's been a long time. You should come out and see us more often.
It's like a trip you next.
But yeah. So, but not a lot of people do backwoods camping. It's not
That's common.
it takes something else. Jesus is a backwoods camper, right?
Yeah, all barefooted.
40 days out there out by himself, right? All barefooted, right?
Yep, found some water and it was good.
You got that right. Okay. Amy says, I love Carl so much and learn about the Bigfoot language from him, right? And communicate through writing, right, Amy? Yeah, you're welcome, Carl. He's a very incredible person. Carl's interview with Buddy Butt and Chris's channel. All right, Amy, I've checked that out. Like I said, anytime I see him, I jump in there because, I just love all the content he's putting out. I suppose Glossberry River Swimming Day, Guardian Ponds, Strudy, beautiful. It's near Julia Anchor Haven Northwest. Okay, Sharon, Karen, let me show you something, Karen. What's Maris Williams? Say something. Let me show you something. Let me show you something, Sharon or Karen. Let me show you something. Here we go. I'm pulling it up right now. England. You'll think this is really cool stuff you'll never hear nowheres because we've never told anybody. All right, England map. Okay, 1 second. I'm pulling her up here. Matthew, where you going? You're supposed to be telling me this story right here. Where you at?
I don't know if you
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's cool.
Give it to you.
That's cool.
All right.
All right, so here's England. Is this the one here?
Yeah, that's the flying
Okay.
dwarf. It's a fun way of calling it.
Okay. Now. All right. So. All right. So we're going to look at England here, and I'm going to tell you why I wanted to know where you were at. I don't
There
know
you
what
go. You got
showing Wales here. It's kind of.
You got the whole dude with the pack. All right. As in the saddle pack that's with him and whatever he's carrying with him.
Okay. So, go ahead, man. So now, first of all, the United States is divided into two dragons. The Appalachian dragon is the male dragon. The Rocky Mountains is the female dragons. That's why our country is left and right, masculine, feminine. We're trying to balance it, and that's a whole story. That's why you get out of the male dragon, you get tobacco and coal and whiskey. Out of the female dragon, you get marijuana, strawberries, and all the nourishing things. You don't get no sweet stuff out of the Appalachian, baby. Maybe some sweet potatoes, but that's about it. It's hard, ain't it, Matthew?
Mm-hmm.
The Appalachian is hard. But anyway, so I asked Matt the other day, what is the United States? So what is it, buddy?
You mean United Kingdom?
Yeah, England.
Okay, England. So England got a dwarf. Now,
Oh,
a dwarf.
a dwarf.
Now the thing is about the dwarfs
Dwarf.
of this time. I got a dang on candy in my mouth. Okay, I took it out so we'll be less noisy.
What is that?
So there's what you got right here is a dwarf.
Dwarf.
That's his head.
Can't call him a dwarf. He's a dwarf.
Huh? What are you supposed to call him?
Dwarf.
That's what I'm saying, dwarf.
You're saying dwarf.
It's about the same
No,
dwarf.
it's D-W.
Dwarf.
D-W.
Dwarf.
There you go. D-W.
Okay.
Okay.
The dwarf.
Dwarf.
Okay.
Okay, anyway, it's a dwarf.
Dwarf.
What's the name of this dwarf?
Okay. Goldemir.
King.
King.
Goldemir.
King Goldemir.
That's the south of England.
That's his head, that's his arm, and then that's his leg, and that's his other leg, and that's his whole pack they had behind him. And thing is about this guy is that it was during the same time period of the Great Wars with the Titans and such like that of Earth and the Galactic Wars that was going on during Moldex. So that's what he is. He's part of that same time period. There was the battle went along, and I'm trying to remember the part that he did. He saved a lot of people. He had a bunch of wars. There was a lot of wars going on, and then he finally gathered up all of his stuff and laid it down behind him, and he laid down to protect those underneath him, underneath all of his saddle packs and everything. All
Okay.
the little innocents, like the dragons did.
Okay, so that's the thing is South England. Where do you get all the crop circles? South England. Where do those crop circles come from? Which fairies?
Oh, fairies. That's the rings of Saturn.
Those fairies.
Those type of
Different type of
fairies.
fairies. Who manages the mushrooms in the mycelium?
The fairies.
Right. You ever heard of fairy circles?
The fairy circle, because of the fairies.
Sound like a circle, like a crop circle.
The crop circle, the same thing. It lays down. Oh, does the plant recognize that it wanted to lay down like it wasn't broke on purpose, or was it like a fairy did it where they talk to the plant and say fall down this way, and it grows that way type of deal? Or is it all dead, or is it still green? Right?
But yeah, that's the point. Is
Fairies doing it?
there's a whole lot of connections. South England. The average height of a person, 5'3" or something. They're short. Miles Johnson, he's a dwarf. I'm just joking. Julia, Anchorhaven, she's a dwarf. I'm just joking. But I want you guys to see these correlations between the energies that you live, whether you're on the Appalachians and you're a goat. Appalachians, goats,
Bah.
hairy, tough bastards.
Yeah. Or a hog.
I mean, I know it's you guys
Prickly.
are trying to put all this together, going, there's some correlations, but they can't be real. Yeah, it is real. And that if you read up on that dwarf, he was a very he was a loved great guy, and the fairies, the fae. The dude was the fae. He was with the fae. They all work with him. That's why you got your. That's why your crop circles are in South England, where they're on his line, his body line, his energy line. That's where the fairies are. They're all with him still.
That might be the areas where the fairies took nestled underneath in that part of him.
The same as the Appalachians.
So that's where they fly out and come back, and they're able to do their thing because of what he did all those years ago. Now, Goldomir, there's like, the story I'm talking about is different than the story that they tell you in Google, because, of course, there had been a dwarf in the physical world and had that type of history in the 18 or who knows how long years ago. But that's the dwarf I'm talking about. It's the original.
When you watch the people, I mean, we lived in England, and I don't know, I guess London is South England, technically, and we lived in England 4 years, and we went to Wales, but that area, people tend to be shorter, especially down in that area, and, people remind me so much of dwarfs in England. They don't care about their hair. People in England are, you could say, well, it's something to do with a culture. I'm like, no, yeah, it has to do with something, energy, because, I mean, basically, it's like dwarfs.
Well, here's another part that I thought was interesting. What did the dwarfs do in Lord of the Rings? Try to get their town back from the dragon. That whole story seems kind of like interesting and how it connects to that story, because I wonder what the true story was of that time for that dwarf with the dragons. It's just an interesting concept.
Right. Carl says he's contemplating doing some live or videos from BFRO expedition at the end of the month in Arizona. Carl, anywhere you can talk. I mean, you have a lot of people don't like the BFRO, but it doesn't matter. It's a microphone. Grab it, buddy. I hope you get, if you get invited somewheres, it's turning this whole thing about Bigfoot's being evil into people are getting a perspective that I need to, have a little bit more open-minded. So, yeah, Carl, I hope you speak anywhere as you're invited to speak, because, I mean, it is more about the information than, whether people like who you like each other. None of us, you're like me, Carl. You don't care about the wars and the money and the money makers and who's not making the money and all that. I don't care. But anyway, just wait for the documentary. Sometimes place to come. I'm hoping it expands mind out to the topic. Yeah, you could write books and stuff, and be on the road, put up a lot of stuff in your pocket. But on the other hand, you're kind of like us, my math overfloweth already. I've been blessed so much that I don't do much. I don't live for money. Money is not. If I followed money, then my spirit would die. Anyway, oi, Puck. Hey, Puck. Good to say Puck here. Puck's our good Australian buddy. He does a lot of metalworking and a lot of. It's just Australia living. I mean, the Australians are something else and amazing people. Carl NTW Tracker. Yeah, I love trackers. Has also shared some proto-writing, Asquatch communications with you. I have, Carl, I do have a list of the words that Janice Carter, the Bigfoot language that she documented. I have the full list. I transcribed it years ago. I need to put it together somewhere. A lot of it's mixed Cherokee, but she made a list of what she believed the words would be. Anybody ever wants to study the language of Bigfoots and stuff? Let's see, Terry, didn't the owner of the Nestle company say people should pay for water? Yeah, Terry, the thing is Nestle is the one that does your formula. And so when a new mother is born, it's pretty much free because they give it to all the new mothers. But if a mother uses that formula for just a few days, she will stop producing milk. They know this. And then they're like, oh, don't have enough milk. So now you got to use our powder. What a horrible Nestle. Disgusting company, what they're doing. And, ugh. But yeah, Nestle's a yucky. Nestle is part of I don't call it corporations, I call it the core operations. As everybody knows, during the last major crap event, they flipped all the power to the core operations. All your mom paws and all your small people.
They got
I've
kicked
got
out of the way.
yeah, they've tore down the human lifestyle, but now we all have to go to the core operations to get anything, or you have to work for one of the core operations. But anyway, hey, Brother Littlefoot, good morning, good afternoon, Brother Goodfoot. He's a good guy. He deals with the foots and good ones, bad ones. He's balancing it out just like we are. He's got some friends and he's got some enemies, which is about right in the Bigfoot world. You know what I'm saying? And I'm probably getting to the end here, I hope. But once I refresh, there might be more things. Let's see, Denise. We couldn't breathe for days. Yeah, fires of Canada, Denise was saying. Yeah, I mean, right? And coming on down, blessings. Can't speed today. I can't spell today. Hey, and Huggers. And Jenny says, we have a wildfire going on in Upper Michigan, and our air quality was over 250 for most of the week. Normal is 30. Canada fires are started by their leaders. Yeah, right. To always create a fire. Always got to be a chaos. Always got to be, I'm refreshing, and I'm now got Jason. Hey, Jason, I'm finding out that my chat is not running live for some reason. I got John P. come in.
Oh my gosh, it's not running live. Oh Lord.
Okay, we're
Oh, cool. Good people.
Mahara's here.
Mahara, hey.
Okay, let me go back to where we're. Okay, where were we?
Keep on going. Oh wow, we're so far behind now again.
That's cool. Hanging out with everybody. Everybody's comments are really good, and it keeps us talking. Okay, I might be missing stuff. I'm starting off. For some reason, my chat only goes up. It says top fans. I don't know how to do this. To live chat. It's supposed to be all message. Okay.
You just clicked on top. You just.
So,
I thought you just.
no, it says I'm late, but here. Mara, cool. Great to see you. She's always giving us, always coming in, commenting, giving us good supportive comments and thoughts, and love you to death.
She's awesome.
There's
Love
John
it.
P. John P. Brother John, man. John's one of the best people you can meet out there.
Yes.
Always lots of love and a lot of support to everybody. Let's see. I'm by Anchor Heaven in Northeast. Went up to Glassberry, 12 minute so many pictures of dragons, right? And up the Glassberry. Yeah, I wonder a lot about that. We're just starting to study England a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see, brother. Thank you for Amy Dwarf. There you go. Spelled it for you.
Dwarf.
Karen Hansen. Dwarf. Dwarf.
Yeah, no with the door.
Not Dorf. Not Dorf.
Dwarf.
Okay. I love dragons. Sorry, please go on. Let's see. John P. Lori Lake. Well, catching on down the road here. Jason. Oh, it's cool to see Jason. Oh, did I miss one, brother? The feeling is mutant. Thank you. I just should have had a child when I was younger so he could help me with the computers today. Brother Littlefoot. Yeah, right. Tell me about it. good to see Jason. Jason rocks.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, I'm just going down through here. So many Dragon Brothers because they're wonderful friends. Yes. Mr. Kitty.
Right.
Mr. Kitty. I used to work group homes with disabled adults. Had to do everything but computers, and I mean everything. Yeah. Carl, I'll be right up here. Let's see. Oh, some younger people are great. Let's see. All right. These people often couldn't even battle themselves, medicate themselves. Yeah, right. I mean, that's Brother Littlefoot. You know, they start giving them blood pressure. You know, medicine, statins, which is the pill to get you straight to Alzheimer's and to straight brain. You know, they did it, and you know they are processing humans like they do chickens from birth to grave now. When you're born, they start filling you up with things that start making you go slow. And then by the time you get to the end, you're so slow, you can't think for yourself. And then they take it all back. The state gets it all. I mean, I've watched them take people, and it's a horrible process, and it's true. You know, a lot of these statins are just taking people's minds. I know some of you people out there with statins, there's a lot of truth to get you out of there. First of all, the American blood pressure chart is not like the European one. Second of all, there's a lot to say without me getting in some kind of YouTube trouble.
All for entertainment purposes only.
It's all for entertainment purposes. Okay.
Fun to talk about these topics.
I mean, about friend. Let's see. Real challenge. Bless all those without judgment. Alzheimer's is very good, though, to deal with from the inside or out. Correct. Tell me. That's hard. Because, I mean, these people are not conscious anymore because they've been brainwhacked. All right. Yeah, he says, follow Matt's channel. Thanks, Jason.
Thank you.
All right, Jason.
All right.
Jason been posted your link for you.
Well, thank you, Jason. Heck yeah. All right.
Yeah, Brother Littlefoot says, I wouldn't call them enemies. I lost my thing there. Where did he go? Oh, yeah. I wouldn't call it, just rather spoiled brats. Yeah, I'm with you, buddy. With you. Yeah, because he's dealing with some pissed off ones. You know how that is.
Right.
Yeah, he's dealing with that crap.
Yeah, it happens.
I live in Walmart land, Terry says. There are signs everywhere of who or what this city serves if you have the eyes to see. True.
Yeah.
That is so true. Nothing trying to run this great vibe. Nothing going to run this fake vibe. Right? Share home to rent. I was to view as share home to rent. Human trafficking. Freaky, right? There's so much of that going on. People are.
Even Chloe was talking about a place that she went to. There was like some type of. She saw the energy line of some type of human trafficking things going on. You know, it's so common out west. It's so common just in America, and let alone anywhere else.
Right.
It's crazy.
Bigfoot fans. Hey, buddy. I just gave you a wrench so you can follow anybody you want. There's a lot of good people in here that you might want to check out. Follow. You're probably into the Bigfoots. There's a lot of good Bigfoot people here.
Danny Hancock.
Yeah, Danny's dead.
All right.
Danny
man.
Hancock. Miss Sarah, I hope you're so doing well.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm coming down through the list. Love to my TKB family, Matt and Jim. Thanks, Mara.
Sure.
She's always
She's
giving
a rock
us.
star.
Yeah.
We love her.
We want to fight human trafficking, literally and physically. Yep. This is actually the news. Is it 1800?
Something like that. I don't
Is
know.
it 1800?
Mom, how many?
Anyways, the news, Kentucky wild boars. And 1802. See, that's a sign because two of those were probably Bigfoots. That's how they communicate, right? Because they got 1,800 boars. They shot them, just leave them on the ground. And it's against the law for humans to take them, right? I I mean, that's what our government's doing, and this is just that happened a couple months ago. LBL, guys, they're cleaning the crap out of LBL. That's another video about a few weeks ago I put out about LBL. They've set traps for Bigfoots through there too. There's that ranger group that's unmarked ranger groups that are working in those areas. So a lot of you folks that go out to the LBL, your experiences might go down just because they're pushing. Well, first of all, they took out a lot of pigs, but I guess it was overrun of pigs. Some of our Bigfoots are telling us, hey, it wasn't like that wasn't really a problem. The problem is when they start turning those guns towards the foots, using that as a cover to go after the foots. I think that's the big problem, is that they do use these clean up nature programs. But on the other hand, why can't humans go out and have open day? No, they won't allow us to go get that clean, wild, spirited meat. Okay, moving forward.
Yeah, they just killed them and dropped them, piglets and all. It's just, I don't know why they wouldn't let the public come through and try to get something out of it.
No, because they're controllers. Okay,
Yes,
so
of course,
all right.
entertainment purposes.
Let's see. Rock solar. Thousands of years. Stopping antivirus soon. Be aware. Okay, I'm gonna try to refresh again. I might better just go back to the thing because some reason it's not running constantly. Yeah. Okay. No, that's good right here.
That's fine. Yeah.
All right, where are we at?
Brother, Bigfoot fans. Wait,
Yeah.
he's a different dude.
Yeah. We're just talking to him. Yeah, he came in.
Oh, he's
And hello. Yeah, you should be blue now. I made a moderator. Bigfoot fans, you should have a wrench. Yeah, he's
Oh,
fine.
he is a monitor.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
just we're that far behind. Right, Gene. Okay. All right, trying to catch up here, guys.
Okay.
If you got comments, put it in there. We're kind of working off each other's thoughts and ideas. So you got an idea, share it.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody just and kind of going off each other ideas. Any kind of comments, thoughts you have, appreciate it and share it. Let's see. All it takes is one big rock or solar storm to change the world. Yeah, you're right. I mean, the world's all water. We're all water. So one solar flash, the sun puts out UVC. Can you imagine how clean it can, if it clean water, which cleans our bodies? So there could be a big solar flash all of a sudden. Then everybody, clean water's clean and dirty water's dead. Just saying. All right, going on now. Beautiful day here in the neighborhood. Bigfoot fan. Cool. And let's see, afternoon blessings. Let's see if I can run it from this bar over here. What's banter. Bigfoot banter's in. Let me give you a wrench, buddy. Now, Bigfoot banter, they're cool.
Hey, right.
These guys are rolling on their own little peninsula up there, the triangle. And you got to love these guys because, they're pumped. They're motivated. They go out and do lives. They
Get attacked by Bigfoot.
Oh, they do. They do. Well, they do really good on their. They bring in pictures. They review pictures. If you love Bigfoot conversations, you got to subscribe there to Bigfoot Banter.
Yeah.
Just gave you a wrench.
Badass green screen.
Yeah, he's got his badass green screen. So, yeah, if you get a chance, the Bigfoot Banter's a great guy to watch. You enjoy his crew. Him and Woo Woo.
They got a place where they could do a live stream out at their gifting spot,
yeah,
so they actually show you what they're doing. You can comment and tell them what you think.
Yeah,
and
they
work
love.
off of you.
Yeah, they work off your comments. They love everybody's comments. I'm from the South. These guys are from the North. They're very loud, in your face, kind of like redhead giants, which we have friends that are redheads, and they're loud. They got a lot of energy.
Yeah.
But you got to love it though, because they bring it.
Yeah.
So yeah, Bigfoot Banter with Richie B. You guys got to go check him out. He brings energy.
Oh yeah.
He brings the energy.
He brings in the boom.
He does. He brings the boom.
Brings the boom. Heck yeah.
Let's see. All right, Laura says, I'm getting hungry. Going to fix some bacon and eggs for lunch. Only a cup of coffee we need. Cooking tutorial. Yeah, Laura, tell you. Matt, we put out yesterday. Matt was wanting we take these little things and we cut them and make these little pizza things. And Matt was like, "Man, we ain't even done a video on this yet." And I'm like, "No, we ain't got.
I
We can."
know it.
He wants to do videos on everything.
Yeah, I was like recognizing how simple our dinners are, and I was like, I could have just took a picture of it, and that's a video, practically.
I'm
Like,
I'm
just
ho-
need
I'm,
both
ho-
sides.
I'm hogging the mic for a reason, man. I'm trying to roll over
I don't
here and
mind
get
it.
down
You
there.
gotta roll.
I'm trying to keep up with everybody's chat, so that's
Yeah.
why I'm hogging the mic, because I'm not even passing it to you, because I'm like trying to get down the list here so I can cover everybody. All right, so Danny says they won't even let you die with dignity here in this country. Yeah, Medicaid all over. Let me read my things. Medicaid can take your property. Yeah, the disease has too much medical debt. Yes. Yeah, Danny, that's what they did with my father. Is they took his land because of his bills. You know, the government come over and took it all. I knew I wasn't going to get no inheritance because they shredded him. They shredded everything. They shredded his wealth. And like I said, it is a process that is very bad. Children are not getting inheritance. They're not getting anything, right? I mean, I didn't get anything, and hopefully, I'm going to do a trust. If you guys have property, make sure you do a trust so it doesn't get caught up in escrow. You can do a trust online for probably $300 or $400. If you put your stuff in a trust, your kids won't deal with all that escrow shit. That's what churches and all those do. They're called trust. Google it sometimes, but if you're getting to the age where you need to think about, wills and all that, look into getting a trust put up. Okay, Lori needs bacon sandwich now. You got that right.
Know it.
How you been, Lori? Cindy, come on, let's see. See if I'm trying not to miss anymore. I never put my mom in a home, right, Terry? I know how you feel.
Mm-hmm.
We never put ours in. They signed up for it. When your parents sign, see, your problem is a lot of our parents made deals because the insurance says if you don't do what we say, then we will cut your insurance off. And so a lot of these older people sign away. They give them full power, and the children are you're put out. You can go visit them, but you're going to watch it go away. It's sad. You're just sitting there going, I'm seeing this, and I have to participate in the destruction of family, and with a smile. Okay, Amy. I am a human trafficking survivor.
Oh, wow.
It is very serious and very sad. There was times I did not think I would make it out alive, but thank Jesus I did. Right, Amy? That's something else, because it's almost normalized anymore. I'm seeing people in homes and things, and I saw one the other day, and I just felt that those children are with traffickers because there's some stuff going on. I'm seeing a lot of it, and that's a business, moving people around. I mean, they're importing all these people. A lot of these people are imported into this country, and they're illegal, which makes them vulnerable, which makes them servants to. But it's all fear-based control, and a lot of your corporations are the reason why they're all got jobs and all this stuff. We have it's like, but that's also a form of trafficking. I hate to hear that, Amy, and I'm glad that you're free and out and talking about it, because it is a very real thing, and it is. There's a lot of people that could be listening right now that are basically under the control of someone else.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. All right, Amy's hugs and love. A lot of people give Amy some love. Fabra, all right. Yeah, hugs and glad. Amy, love and support. Mm-hmm. Okay, so Bigfoot fans of female. I didn't know that. Well, it's good to know that. I'm a female. Love you guys. All right, cool. Well, it's always good to know that. I don't know, half time. What's up, TKB? Banter, you should have your wrench.
Yeah, he's supposed to have his wrench already.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah,
Okay,
you got
you're.
a wrench now.
Yeah. Okay, so
We're
I
just
got.
that far behind still.
Yeah, we're that far behind. All right, Bigfoot banner. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you, Lori. Awesome.
More of them calling them in now.
All right, let's see.
Michelle.
Send them a spell. Who?
Michelle, Merle, Shell, Orbs.
Yeah.
I'm calling them in now.
I'm calling them in. Yeah, remember.
Them orbs
Yeah, I've
are
had some
crazy.
funny orb videos I've been putting out. Didn't check it this morning and yesterday. Had them, but I just couldn't conceive of what I would try to document, so I did document it. Littlefoot hunting Sasquatch is taking a family member from a family. Hunting Sasquatch is taking a family member from a family. How would you feel if it was us? It's true. Yeah, I mean, Bigfoot will kill somebody. Try to take one of their family members. Try to harm one of their family members. They'll squish you in the ground. Hey, they have every right under God to protect their family as humans do. So I'm with you on that one, buddy.
Yeah.
Puck says the property I live on now collects our drinking water from the spring around the corner. Gold rich country. The locals have a pump rigged up to it. Yeah, that's cool.
Dude, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, it's good that you're getting water not treated. You know what I'm saying? Over here in our country, they want to treat all the water. We're gonna fix the water that comes out of the ground, right?
Jeez.
Yeah, Bigfoot says it's fun. Everyone's part of the team. Yeah, Bigfoot banner's good family there. Puck says if you wait by the river long enough, the bodies of your enemies will float by. If someone's wrong, they'll do you wrong with others who come undo it on their own. Wow.
That's interesting.
Hard for people to hear, but I think that what Jesus was trying to tell them, we are never born and we never die. True. That is so true. That's my view, where the Creator tapped in a situation. Yeah, but Littlefoot, the police have the song backwards, and their song is "We are spirit in the material world. We are spirit in material world." No, we are material in the spiritual world. This pen, it's material, and the space and the infinity around us is the spirit world. We are material in the spiritual world for now. But once I step out of this, I am in the spirit world. The distance from me to spirit world is exactly this far. A hair distance between me and out. And yeah, we don't ever die. We are material. I am material. I am in this body today. But when I go to lay down tonight, I will leave this body because I leave it all the time. I don't like hanging out in this body. When I lay down to go to sleep and I'm gone, I'm gone. I go, bye, I'm out. And I wake up in the morning, I come back into the body and go, hey, oh, we're still here?
So this is the place.
This is the place. Okay, let's see. So the worst cry, I tell you, Amy. Created Jim, okay. That jump, okay. TAKB, Lori says, TAKB, fan SS3 is my friend, Cindy. Okay. Who has the other part of the account? Oh, okay. That I'm going to tell tonight, hopefully. All right. On Jane and Carol. Cool. All right. So, Lori, I'll be looking for that. So, Lori's going to be on, again, she's going to be on Midwest tonight.
Midwest tonight.
That'd be
7.
cool.
Yeah.
I got that right. Yeah, proud of you. Let's see. Genius, Virginia. I could come on one day, TKB, and talk about the Aussie Yowies lure one day. I have even a 7 Irwin outfit. That would be funny, man.
Stephen Irwin.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I love the, the Australian, I never was into Australia until that movie come out.
Oh. The Worms?
Oh.
No, not that one.
What's my movie, sweetie? Australia. Mom, Tina's fast.
Mad Max.
Mad Max,
Mad
baby.
Max.
Yeah, once I saw Mad
Mad
Max, man.
Max,
Australia is a breed of people. Now, Australia,
Master Blaster.
Master Blaster.
Mad Max.
Yeah.
But yeah, the thing is about Australia, a lot of people don't know, which I'll let you know here, Pucks, and anybody in Australia that's checking in. Australia used to be the dumping ground for off-world bodies, creatures. That's why if you look at Australia, it's green, half of it's green and half of it's not, because Guy is still fixing that. And that's why Australia is also the only country you get opals.
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 The
Yeah.
Stone opals.
The opals.
Yeah.
So that's something that a lot of people don't know anything. They don't know about Australia, but Australia is a energy of its own. Definitely energy of its own. And Aborigines, look at the Aborigines in Australia. I mean, those are some tough people right there,
Yeah.
right? It's amazing,
I mean, they
amazing
have
culture.
deers that stands on 2 legs and it'll punch you in the face. They
Exactly.
have deers.
Right?
This is crazy cool. Kangaroos.
Yeah, Danny says my tap water smells of bleach. Yeah, I'd run it through one of those charcoal filters jugs in your fridge, or pour it into a copper vessel and let it gas out before you drink it. So I mean, there is a way to clean it. It's, you know, and you got to shower it and stuff. What can you do, right? Let's see. The body is a simulation of the spirit. Totally right. We are, everything's a spirit first, and then God creates a vessel for it. And so, yes, we are all spirit, and we're all material in the spiritual world. Protect me and my family. But I believe in using any means to protect me and my family. I've changed my thought from wanting to obliterate people in revenge to wanting to obliterate the other person's desires to hurt others. That's true. We do the same thing with our chickens here. Our chickens, they peck on each other because they learned that. They learned that from the bigger chickens. The bigger chickens pecked on them when they were little. See, that fear and that being mean to others is a taught thing. It's a curse, and you have to break it. So we go out and we feed our chickens, and we have a big stick, and we break them. We smack them in the head and say, no, you're not pecking on one because he's smaller than you, because you can. And they've been doing good, haven't they?
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, that is a curse. It's a learned curse. Fear is a learned curse. That's why they put fear and teach humans to fear, because then we peck on each other and we abuse each other, and they're teaching us to be evil. And so, you know, you guys have kids, you do the same thing. Your daughter's picking on your son, you smack her in the head, you know. But yeah, it is a curse. And, you know, everybody works on breaking those curses. Beat on the people that are evil, you know, that are doing bad things, so we can break those curses.
I'm from the mountains of Ireland. I have to say,
Hold on a second. You're
sorry,
faster.
I know,
I'll be right there. Okay.
I know.
Well, I can't hear you in my ear. I got the mic for a reason. You're going to have to wait for the mic.
All right.
I'm hogging the mic
I see.
for a good reason. I'm trying to roll quickly.
Yep.
If you want something to speak, you'll have to raise your hand and ask. Nope, I'm not talking to you.
Bad kid in the corner again.
Okay, I'm reading now. It's the hate and the things we fight. We fight to protect the things we love. I'm a bladesmith by trade, so I told myself that a long time. I think I do it because I'm pacifist balanced. Yeah, I can get that. Let's see, we have black opals in Colorado. Okay, they have black opals in Colorado. But yeah, they have that. I guess they have a certain one down there in Australia. I think it's the white one. I don't know. I'm not a rock person, but supposedly there's specific ones. It would be because there's only specific chemicals that were brought to this earth. You know. Hey, here we go. We got from Ireland lads. Let me give you a wrench, buddy, so you can follow anybody.
Yeah.
Welcome, Jai Hi Rubis.
Rubis.
Let me go to your channel and make sure. Okay, by James Hill. Okay, Rubis. Okay, cool. Well, welcome, James Hill. All right. All right, now, where were we at, Matthew? Back over here? Back over here? Oh, back over there. All right, guys. Well, we're getting close to the end, so let's keep reading. It's Campbell by Heritage. That's Puck talking to someone. Blade has a sword. No, that was I'm coming down. I like the bow up here. Yeah, I like my bow and spear. Yeah, see, that's the thing is, Puck, I don't carry a gun. I go in the woods, I carry steel. because I'm not protected by this is me. Me and God have a deal, and a gun is not in it. If I have a sword, a machete, a blade, I won't run out of bullets. It will not jam. And as long as I have the energy to yield it, I can beat anything. When it comes to a gun, I've got to. That's why I don't do guns. I'm a metal kind of guy. You might say, well, the thing is if you have a gun and I have a machete, I'll beat you in the woods, because by the time I've got you to misfire all your fires trying to get me, once you're out of bullets, buddy, what are you going to do? Throw your gun at me? So anyway, I'm still a believer in the sword over the gun, because rain, weather, the sword's not going to jam. The sword, the knife will always be there as long as you don't lose it. They hatch it. You can, so anyway.
You can use it as a paddle. I'm just playing.
Yeah. Jamie J. High said, in commercial hatcheries, they burn off the tips of the beak. Ugh, right? That's just mean. And what you put that spirit into the food, right? You got to understand that you do take on the spirit. So if you eat a terrified animal, you're taking in terrified animal. A lot of people are not getting the correlation to that. You do take on spirit of what you eat. And so
Some part of it.
yeah, you do.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Lori says we have more results with.
Oh, Matt, you need your own mic.
Yeah. Tell me about it. Here, I'll let him read us. Read what Lori says right there.
All right. So Lori says, hey. She didn't say hey, actually. She said, we have more results with positive energy prayer than we do with negative energy actions. We can only pray for others to remove the anger and hatred they carry.
That's what when they took those Bigfoots, those Rangers, what did the Bigfoots want us to do? They wanted us to put something good in the hearts.
Okay. So, what the Bigfoots told us about land between the lakes when they were the Rangers were clearing out the hogs, and the uncovered Rangers were doing deeds and setting traps up for the Bigfoots. What the Bigfoots wanted to say to us was to put into their hearts of when these Rangers that are not undisclosed, the regular Rangers are just doing their jobs. If they do come across any Bigfoots, put it in their hearts to see how and what the rights they have and what they should do in the moment out of trueness and pureness for them and themselves and those around them. So that'll help them not shoot off a brown just because they see a Bigfoot, at least, possibly. Now, for the undisclosed Rangers, what they said for them was to put in the hearts of them of trying to find the heart to work with them. If you can find the heart to work with them, then maybe there'll be more fruits than just killing them off one by one. Stuff to those effects.
So she's right.
So, yeah, what you were saying.
Put into their hearts good things that they may do good things. That's what you're doing.
Here, yeah, you pray into their hearts to do good things.
So she's right.
So yeah, what you're saying is right. Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna read now because I'm tired.
All right.
You keep reading.
Amy saying my husband taught me how to shoot a crossbow. He is an archer. That's good. That's good to work on that. In my meditation, I use image absorbing and goodness and putting out my bad. When I change to taking in the negative. Yeah, you gotta. Yeah. Oh, I am reading. And the negative, and give it back to the world as love. It changed a lot.
Yeah, that's cool. That's just learning energy work.
Energy working.
That's what that is.
Right, Lori. Negative Negativity just draws evil. Keep it positive. Yeah. More light you put into the world, is less that can come upon you. You know, I mean, more that will be around you, but more of cool people that comes around. You know, like this group of chat that we're with. You know, we put in a lot of good works and trying to help everybody to come together, and let's try to come to a place of higher oneness, or not oneness, but infinite, with everybody coming up with new ideas. Where? Oh, we're there. Cheryl, I tried hunting deer with mine. I couldn't do it. Yeah, try to release the shot.
Probably why she couldn't do it. What's the deal with Bigfoot? Do they shoot deer? Do they shoot predators? All right, I gave him the mic. I gave him the opportunity, guys. He couldn't keep up, so we're going back on the mic here. I even tried to get out of the way so he can roll. Yeah, on the thing you're talking about deer, see, Bigfoots, they prefer to eat predators. We should too, you know. I can't shoot a deer, right? Think about it. Now, I could shoot a bear, especially if he's a bean bear. I can kill a poisonous snake. That's why if you got Bigfoots around, you'll probably find you have very few poisonous snakes because they're meat sticks, first of all. Second of all, and that's the thing, is you're bringing on, if you're going to be a predator, eat predators. You need the spirit of a predator if you're going to be a predator, right? Come on, think about it. You want to eat, you don't want to eat a poor deer, a poor cow, a poor chicken. They're not predators. We're kind of messing up our own spirit by not eating strong things. Boars, wild boars, yeah, that's a great one to eat. Why? Because they're predators. They are fighters, and they'll definitely kill you if you get near their kids. But anyway, eat things that So I'm with you. You start looking into it. I don't know how it's ever going to get fixed. If we're ever going to get that one right. But the stuff to think about is what we eat. And I do like how the Bigfoots are smarter because they eat more of the predator animals, which means you'll have more of the good animals around. You'll have more rabbit and deer. And then when you have an overage of rabbits, okay, it's not so bad to eat the rabbits. You have an overage of deer, maybe it's not so bad to eat a few deer. But eat the predators, eat the chicken hawks. Eat the things that are dangerous, so you can have good life to eat. Exactly. And then that would probably calm down the energy of everything because you won't have as many predators to get rid of.
So much attacking going on, less attacking, right?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Jay says in opal mines, and a crack appears in the ceiling, they stick a match in it. If the match is on the floor morning, they move on. Huh. Oh. Interesting. Because if it falls, that means it's moving. And they're like, I ain't going that way. The roof is falling on you. Interesting. And Brother Littlefoot says, I don't do guns either. I have magic. And when it's my time, it's time. But not before then. Yep. Totally, brother. Totally on that one. I actually have an undershirt of welded stainless steel shark mesh. I've seen that shirt. That's pretty cool, dude. I've seen your stainless steel. Yeah, that's that Mad Max stuff, dude. That's cool stuff, right? Yeah, that's cool stuff. Listen, Amy is fine, comfortable with what you have. Guns aren't all we have. Great planning, Puck. I am aloof to anything coming. Jay says the Native Americans had true respect for their games, specifically dressing. I'm trying to get stuff in my way over, and always share the meat. It becomes poison. Yeah, right. That's true. All right, where are we at? Am I rolling in the right direction? Dude, I'm not how far behind. All right, let's see. Then we're good. Okay, we're there. Does it show me the time or anything? No. I think timestamps on. Okay, I got the timestamps on so I can figure out where we're at.
That helps a lot.
Okay, so we're at 139 and 146, so we're about 10 minutes behind. All right, let me go through here. There's been reading chimps, human rights, bug, use crystals in prayer, right? Brother Littlefinger's use crystals in prayer makes prayer connection with the world's elements of the earth sky. Yeah, I believe that. I wonder about taking that crystal, wrap it in copper, and burn some tobacco, because tobacco is a crystal. So burn that tobacco. I was just thinking of more shit in my mind, but I can't speak it on here. Blood's a crystal. Take a drip of blood, put it. Anyway, starting to get crazy in my head. Shut up, head. Because you start. Oh, here he goes. Messiah says the blood in the bloodstream as well. I don't know what she's talking about. She might be going down the same road I was going on. Part of my recovery is now leaving my caravan set up here and doing some small trips to my Toyota van. Okay, cool. Yeah, Puck, that'd be cool.
Heck yeah, man.
Want to meet friends, good people. Let's see, van community, right? Been part really nice. Everyone helps. Yeah. The van community, the mobile stuff, the mobility is where we're going. You know, this thing about everybody living in a box. You know, they're the homeless ones. The people living out in the vans in the woods, they're the only ones that got a home. It's called Earth. So, you know, they got it flipped, right?
Right.
A lot of us, I'm in a house, you know, but by the true home is I'm looking out the window, I see big green leaves. So people that are living outside are the ones that have homes. They inherited the earth.
Mm-hmm.
All right, either my dear, there's my friend. Smokes are good, eating and easy to kill. Snakes, good eating, they're easy to kill. They don't get you first. That's true, right? That's another good thing about them. And being attacked, I can kill for sport, wouldn't do it as mine. He waits for me every time. The natural preserve, so I call him my friend. Amy's talking about, okay. Oh, that has jumped. Okay.
Yeah, you're at 144.
We're catching up.
Yeah, you're there.
All right, we're almost catching up, guys. Back in the day, I heard dogs are. Snakes is so tender. Well, except for copperhead, but yeah. Hey, those skinny snakes,
We smoked it.
we smoked them, but
We cooked it possibly been bad, I guess.
yeah, they're going back and forth, brother. And Mariah's snakes like chicken. Yeah, we took a copperhead and we wrapped it around the chicken and we smoked it in a smoker. Yeah, that was smoked, so it was like jerky. Me being greasy, rancher, yeah, it tastes like a snake. Now we don't ever. Now, if you're blessed enough to get some black snakes, say you could go to the store. If you could go to the store and get 10 black snakes and bring them to your house, bring them. They're your protectors.
Yeah.
I mean, we love our black snakes here. They get rid of all the poison snakes. They get rid of all the rats, all the rodents. Black snakes are the best things to have around. A lot of people are afraid of snakes. No, you want black snakes. If I could have, if I had a truckload, I'd say dump them out here, boys. Because, I mean, they just are the best thing to have, really, black snakes are. All right, 147, catching up. Let's see, Buck says, I do Japanese-style smoked snakes with a sweet vinegar rice and some pickles to cut down on the fats.
Hey, sounds good. Must be good.
Japanese-style smoked snake.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
Here, keep reading them.
I tell people it's snake after they eat it. Weird Pacific fusion cooking, Asian and Islander. Heck yeah, octopus and lime rocks, but I no longer eat from water. No animals I eat are marine. Well, that's interesting. Well, a cross between chicken and fish, snake tastes. Did I read that right? Yeah, okay.
We have crystals in our blood. That's
We have crystals in our blood, dark field microscopes. Did that work as well? Oh, that's awesome. And yeah, you're right. Yeah, we all got crystals in everything. Everything that's around us is crystal. Van lifting. Always meet your neighbor who parks next door. Step 2, after setting up his crack beer and mate.
Yeah, got that right.
And got that right.
Hey, Hey, you know, I don't know about most of you guys, but I went to school. You go out to the playground. You had a choice. You look to the left, and you got all these kids over there, look like they're smoking something, standing around. They're all like dark clothes, and they're like kind of on the edge of the woods, and you can tell they're up to no good. Then you look over there, and you got the other bunch of kids, and they're like all sitting around reading their books and talking about how they're going to become doctors and lawyers and how good they are. And of course, I was the one that went straight to that group. No, I'm just kidding. I went right over there, and I appreciate all the people that were different, that do not fit in the box. Thank you. Because, this world they want all of us in a box. They don't want us independent. They don't want us to have our viewpoints. They don't want us to have different looks. They don't want us to have different everything. And they want us to be robots. And so, I go back and I think about this 80s and all the people in the rock and roll and Rolling Stones and all the people in the dress and the craziness. And, I appreciate all the people that stepped off the crazy train. As guys, you say, get off the train, get off the tracks. And because, the humans are the most specialist thing there ever was. And if we become robots because we follow and do what they're told, and we subscribe to what everyone's advice, and then we lose our own soul and lose our own ability to know who we are, then it is trash. And so I just say I respect all those that are different. I have a high respect for anybody that doesn't follow someone else, doesn't follow this matrix, this program shit that just most of us despise. Most of us do.
Most of it, oh yeah. A lot of it's just a scam because a lot of us just see it's a scam and we're like, geez, what am I supposed to do? Go in every spot, position, and just get scammed out of it? But
It's
right. It's
being
painful.
independent. Yeah, it's a painful ride being independent, but at least you'll have your own soul at the end of the day.
You do.
Okay, so let's see. My aunt just got a big copper head on her front porch. Hey, Danny, you need some black snakes. I don't know where you can order some black snakes online, but yeah. Yeah, because a copperhead on your porch, that's a bad thing. That's very bad. That's,
Too close to the house.
Danny says water moccasins, black snake the same. Water moccasins, yeah. No, water moccasins are poisonous.
Yeah.
They got the triangle heads, and
Fat.
they'll have they're fat, short, and nasty. They're mean little bastards. Anything that's got poison, anything that's got poison is mean. It'll come at you. If it's poisonous, you can smack a stick at it, strikes at you. You're like, hey, this thing's aggressive. So you'll know just by poking a stick at a snake whether a non-poisonous snake will tend to go, I'll just go on about my day. But a poisonous snake, they've got poison in their blood that makes them more aggressive. They have a weapon. Anything packing a weapon will have aggression because they're packing a weapon. It's in their blood. But anyway, no snakes in Ireland, right? Yep, snakes. Yeah, Ireland doesn't have no snakes.
Too cold, maybe?
It's just, I guess, scientifically, they just don't have them because they never got to the island. I don't know. That's scientifically.
Science.
They didn't swim over or something. I don't know.
All right. That's interesting.
Australia's poor for iodine, so sea kelp and tradition diet of good salts and natural salt elements. That's true. Yeah, that's great that you can get. Yeah, you should be able to get the sea salt there, I would say. Peak salt is fake, right? Yeah, we get our salt at the pet stores. If you go to the pet stores,
Right.
if you go to the pet stores, or Tractor Supply, whatever, the ingredients will be iron, copper, zinc. They list the minerals. Now, if you go to a grocery store, pick up salt or pick up ingredients in a grocery store, it's vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin G, and the crap you care nothing about. Are you getting you don't know if you're getting your minerals because for humans, now for animals, your horse will be healthy, but for you will not. But anyway, the minerals. It's all in the minerals. They got humans chasing vitamins, but on the other hand, you go to the pet store and you can get you will get all the minerals because they actually list the minerals. I mean, go and look that one up and go, well, he's telling the truth. Let's see. Yep, predator snakes. No, they're dangerous. Let's see. Amy Craig, one of the staked. Not for the time poking snakes. Usually it's a bluff, but they have. Going things. Okay. All right, guys. We finally got to the end and seen someone make their salt from sea out of water. Yeah, ain't that cool? I love that. I think it's a cool idea, Amy.
So now that I don't know about the Pacific Ocean,
Yeah.
the north part for the radiation at one point, but after all this learning of radiation, I'm like, I don't even think that's a problem anymore. Like, radiation might be actually good for you, kind of. I don't
Hey,
know.
guys, thank you very much for everybody coming in. I don't know how long we've been on here, but it's a lot of fun.
A lot of
You know,
fun.
we'll do this again because I just enjoy everyone coming in and talking about anything. It gets us talking about anything. Thoughts, yeah, the Salt Licks. Yeah, we have stuck one up in the woods for the deer and the turkey and all that. It helps them.
I was just thinking about that last night. There's a sulfur salt licks, which is a big 50-pound block. Well, I was looking at her deer, and we tried to save that one fawn that had a bunch of ticks on her. Supposedly, I looked it up, and it does help prevent ticks and a bunch of other things. I'm like, man, maybe we need to get a block for them or something.
Okay, I'm getting ready to get off here. Matthew's
I'm
still
sorry,
yapping.
talking other things.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah,
guys,
my bad.
thank you. We
Thank
love
you,
you guys. Jerry, Amy, Puck, everyone, Danny, thank you very much. Little brother Littlefoot, Mariah, on and on. We love all you guys, and we appreciate you guys coming and just hanging out for a little while. And hope you guys have a blessed day. And like I said, we love y'all, and we'll catch y'all. We'll catch y'all later. Now I'm gonna figure out how to.
Much love, y'all.
I'm gonna figure out how to say bye.
Yeah.